live early. Let's go live early. There we go. Love it. Oh, damn it. Came on when I was there doing that silly voice. Wonderful. What's up there, people? Here for another Nerd Natter. I've got my boy Paul Tams with me, and soon we will have Scottish Geek Guy, aka Andy, coming on soon. And when we do that, we will be catching up for the first time in God knows forever. We were supposed to have Ellis on, but that's just not meant to be. Ellis just decided not to come on at the end.
Busy man.
It's all good. But yeah, it's all good. So it's all good though. We'll just be catching up with us with the old blue trio. Uh yeah, you been all jiggy?
Yeah, I'm all good, man. Been looking forward to this most of the day, to be fair. Always like coming on, hanging out with you guys, just catching up and talking about everything we love.
Oh yeah, man. You been on too much recently? Anything been going down?
In terms of what I've been watching and stuff.
Yeah, all of it. Anything you want,
Yeah,
man.
anything, yeah. Well, just today I caught up with the Darth Maul Shadow Lord show on Disney Plus, like an animated show.
Okay, go on.
Really enjoying it. I'm normally sort of hit and miss with Star Wars animation stuff. Sacrilege to Star Wars fans, but I'm not a big fan of the Clone Wars show. There's certain arcs and episodes that I enjoy, but as an overall show, I think it dragged on too long and there was just far too much filler in it. Rebels, I really enjoyed, more because it was set in the period of the original trilogy, so it was more familiar, more sort of my Star Wars, if you will. But this show, this Darth Maul one, I think it's 10 episodes. I think the last 2 episodes, they've been releasing them 2 a week. The 2-part finale is next Monday. It's been a good show, man. It's the animated stuff, even though Star Wars is family friendly, it's for kids. The animated stuff tends to lean more into the kid stuff. This stuff's had some deep stuff in it, man. This Darth Maul show. It seems like it's geared towards people who grew up with the prequel trilogy, who were introduced to Darth Maul, obviously in episode 1. So obviously them fans now are older and want to see where this character is, however long, 30 years later, however old them films are now. But yeah, it's been really good show. Been really enjoying it. The animation is really good in it, which is another critique I normally have with the Star Wars animated stuff. Like the past stuff, the animation hasn't been that great. Some of it has, but a lot of it's quite ghastly and quite static, like quite blocky, and I don't know. I just don't vibe with it. This looks awesome. They've obviously stepped the game up with this new show. Yeah, so I've been catching up with that. Been catching up with films. I actually said in the last stream we had that I've just been fell so behind this year. I'm normally quite on the ball with new releases. Yes.
Sorry, Paul, mate. Yeah, sorry, the cracklings come back, but with a vengeance.
Oh, okay.
Do you reckon it might be possible to speak into the headset microphone? Maybe that will change it up. I don't know.
I can give it a go. Yeah.
Yeah, the crackling is worse than when we tested out before we went live. It's all good though, dude. We don't have a big audience right now, and I'm sure the few people we got with us are lovely and patient and sweet.
How about if we do this? Don't want to pull the plug out.
Yeah, it's all good. Technical issues happen, dude. It's all good. If we can't crack on with that, we'll just put on the headset. It's all good if you can, at least, if it's possible to do the headset. I don't know.
Is that any better?
I think so. Doesn't sound like it's crackling now, yeah. Before it was only crackling when you were speaking, but it seems to be okay now.
Yeah, I'm just using the built-in microphone in the computer, so hopefully that's better.
Yeah, man, that's cool. Yeah. So yeah, you were saying about normally you don't keep up to date. Well, you haven't been keeping up to date recently with films.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm normally on the ball with new releases. I try and get them done opening weekend, but I've just been so busy with life in 2026 that I've just fell behind. So I think since we last did a stream, I finally managed to go and watch Project Hail Mary, which everyone's on the money with. It's easily my favorite film of the year so far. Absolutely adored it. It took me back to that sort of Spielberg, Amblin sort of era of movie making, where it just felt like a big summer family movie that everyone went to check out, full of heart, full of laughs. Special effects and visual effects were absolutely spellbinding. I cried twice during it. Absolutely adored this film. Absolutely loved it. What else have I seen? Went out to see Lee Cronin's The Mummy, which I feel like I enjoyed more than others, but I think that's because the Evil Dead fan in me like came out, because it's not a mummy film.
Mm-hmm.
Funny story, when I went to watch it like a 9 a.m. showing, and there was two other people in the screen with me.
Yeah.
There was a guy sat at the front, a couple of rows in front of me, and there was an older lady sat behind me, or a couple of rows behind me. And I thought, what a weird, why is this? I think she must have been about in her 60s, late 60s. So I wonder why she's, just out of curiosity, I wonder what's brought her to this film today. So I asked her after the film, I said, because I held the door open for her, and I was like, what did you think of the film? And she went, it wasn't like the mummy films I used to watch. I laughed my ass off, man. Like, no, it was not.
Yeah, meant to be mad gross, this movie, right?
If you're a fan of like Evil Dead, the newer ones, it's in that same wheelhouse. It borrows elements from everything you've seen before. The bit of Exorcist, bit of The Conjuring, it's all in there. You know, it's nothing really original, but I just had a good time with it. I think I went in with low expectations and I walked out happier than a lot of other people seem to have been with that film. I had a good time with it.
Mm-hmm.
What else have I been seeing lately? I watched that Undertone last night.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you saw that.
Ooh, mate. I did you commented before on my Instagram post where I put up about it. Takes a lot to get under my skin with horror movies. That got under my skin. I was nervous watching that for the whole runtime. I just felt weird. I just felt, what's the word I'm looking for? Just tense the whole, just uneasy and tense the whole film. And I had heard of people that the sound design was really good in it, and I would attest that it's the sound design and the way the audio in that film was mixed really helped elevate that film for me, because I've got like a 5.1 surround sound in my living room. It's not amazing. It's not your top of the line stuff. It's a very middle of the road sort of surround sound. But it was working wonders with that movie. I could hear things from that corner, behind me. Honest to God, mate, it sent chills up me. And I don't want to spoil the film. You've seen it, yeah? You watched it, Badger. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to spoil it for people. There's a bit right at the very end, just before the credits roll. The screen's black and you can just hear a voice repeating something over and over and over again. Mate, it sounded like it was in the room with me, and I could not wait for it to stop. Because I was like, please just cut to credits. Please just smash the credits, because it was sending me west. But I watched it on my own. It's like 10 o'clock at night. I started it, turned the lights off, got all in the mood for it. Yeah, it got under me, man. But like I said in my Instagram post about it, that is one of them films solely depends on how active your imagination is as a horror fan. Because I've been on Letterboxd today, read 1 star, 2 star, not remotely scary, got bored, etc., etc. Which is fair enough. I've got nothing against people saying that, but I still hear people say that about the Blair Witch, and that film still gets under me. I rewatched that sometime last year because it was on before I was waiting up. I think I was waiting up for like UFC or something. It was on beforehand, and I thought, I'm not seeing this in years. I'll give it a go. Got under my skin, not as much as it used to, but it still has the effect that the film's supposed to have on me. And I had the same effect. I feel like the film, The Undertone, had that same effect with me last night, where and I got into bed, mate, and I kid you, I'm not even over-exaggerating. I was just thinking about it, and it was stuck in my head. Oh, and I could hear sounds around the house and shit, like just sounds I would normally hear, and I was just in bed like that. And then my missus started snoring and making weird noises. Like, shut the fuck up. But yeah, interested. You didn't actually tell me your thoughts on it, so I'm interested to. It sounds like you're on a bit of a different side of the spectrum to me with that one.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
dude, it's awesome what you're saying. Like, I'm real fucking happy it had that effect on you because me, I definitely didn't get that. That was one of my most like hyped films for me, like what I would see because I love chamber pieces, grounded films, predominantly set in one location, not a load of spectacle and stuff. That's my cup of tea. Went and saw it, just didn't do much for me. The voice actor in it, the man, I thought it was interesting that that guy was replaced last minute because he was updated. Originally, it was someone else that was shown at festivals and stuff like that. But when it came out big time, when it was properly published after the festivals, they had to hire a new person to do it. And I thought he was, considering it was a rush job, thought he was mad convincing, so that was cool. The sound design, scary as fuck. Jesus, scary as fuck. Um, yeah, I thought it was real creepy and stuff, but I just thought it lacked substance for me. The villain was cool. Even though you don't know much about the villain, just the implied narratives and the themes. It's interesting. Definitely some scary lore, no debate there. But yeah, it didn't do much for me, especially by the end of it. It was a pretty disappointing experience for me. Don't hate it though.
Yeah.
Definitely don't hate it, but I rented it on Amazon. I will not be buying it. I'm pretty sure I won't buy it ever.
I don't think I'll rewatch it again. I don't think it's got rewatchability. I think it's like just for the fact that how creeped out. It's not like, oh man, let's get the Underwatch back on. Do you know what I mean? It's like I'd tell people to maybe experience it for themselves, but it won't be like, you know, when it comes on Sky going, oh, I'll get that downloaded. What an amazing film. It's not that sort of film. It's not that sort of. It didn't have that effect on me where I'm like, this film was hard to explain. It's not like I wouldn't rewatch it. It's a bad film. I just don't want to go through that again. What I went through last night, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm definitely with you when it comes to Blair Witch Project. Because that was scary as fuck, man. Blair Witch Project is possibly the scariest film I've ever seen. I get why people have gone off it since, you know, it was overhyped and stuff. And you watch a whole load of the film just for nothing really to happen and stuff. I get it, but for me, it just made it feel completely real. I felt real. I mean, at the end of the day, when in like real life, people are bad cameramen, you know what I mean? They're camera operators, they're terrible. When you're terrified, you think you're about to die. You're not gonna be steady cam, are you? I mean, look, dude, I love Cloverfield, but how silly is it that when the monster's there screaming in their faces?
Yeah.
It's silly, but I don't give a fuck. I love that movie. But still, like when it came to Blair Witch, I thought it was justified. It made sense why you didn't see everything. I felt like I was watching something real. I adore it. Some point this year, I want to finally, after all these years, I want to finally play the Blair Witch game. I bought it recently for dead cheap, so I'll be trying it out at some point this year. But yeah, have you played that yet? By the way, the game.
I feel like I played the demo of it. Did they release a demo?
I think so.
I think I played the demo of it, but I have not played the full game.
Okay, no worries.
What I remember, it's not like a AAA game. It's not. I wouldn't say it's low budget, sort of double A, if you will. I remember you've got a camera and you're sort of just navigating around woods. And I got to a bridge, a broken bridge or something. This must have been a few years back now then. But it was an interesting one. It was, you see like YouTubers and streamers that sort of trying to play these sort of games where it's sort of like a horror game where you're sort of trying to navigate around houses or, you know, whatever the case it may be. And it looks like it plays into that sort of wheelhouse. But yeah, I've not played the full game.
Slender Man, dude. It sounds like Slender Man.
Yeah, that was a good example. Yeah, Slender Man.
Yeah, give me a sec. I'm just testing it out real quick because the cracklings came back with more vengeance. I want to see if it's my speaker or not. I don't know. Give me a sec. I'm listening now. Keep speaking, buddy.
Hello. Am I crackling?
I like how lifeless you were when you said hello. Sorry, keep going, mate. Keep going.
Yeah, so we are testing Badger's headphones to see if I'm crackling, and it looks like I am.
Yeah, crackling big time. I don't know what's going on. Strange. You'll see what I mean when you listen back to the stream, dude. You'll see what I mean. I don't,
Okay.
but what it is, you've done everything that you can, haven't you? I think. Can you
So,
can you try your headset, buddy? Can you try your headset?
I don't
Give
think.
Got messages from Scottish Geek Guy. Howdy, fellas. Yo, brother.
How's it going?
I take offense to that. I would always get the shot. Yeah, that's because you're a genius cameraman, boy. Go away. Those were teenagers. They're allowed to be silly. You turd. Was that crackling? I thought it was someone type at you, wanker. What a cheeky boy.
So he can hear it as well. That.
Absolutely. Even then, when you said, "Oh, you can hear it as well," it sounded quite strange. I know. Don't know what it is. So it's not your mic, that expensive mic that you were just using. So see, maybe it's your connect. I don't know. I really don't know. Also, Scottish Geek Guy, I did send you a message on Instagram saying that you can join the show if you want. So yeah, if you want to join us, dude, come on jump on the stream. Just let me know. But yeah, by all means, I'll send you the link and you can come join us, hang with us. You'll get your inbox here and start jamming with us if you're up for it, dude. It's not the crackling he means. It's not terrible, but it's defo on Paul's end. Yeah, man.
Is that any better?
It begins better, but it might go downhill again. I mean, it's okay now. It sounds all right when you were speaking. Is the microphone on your headset, is that an option? I don't know.
I might have to do that, but it'll involve me having to come off and come back on then.
Oh, by all means, you do whatever you want to do, man. But at the end of the day,
I understand where it's coming from because that's two speakers, that's two microphones I've tried now. It's both doing it, so I don't know if it's the computer doing it because I don't see two microphones both be crackling.
Of course, yeah, of course, it's weird. It's only because well, when you're speaking all that, like, dude, you're making interesting points. You're not like, I want you to go off of one for ages. I don't want to be sitting here talking all day. If I did that, I wouldn't have invited someone else on. So I don't want to interrupt you. So yeah, by all means, I'll just stay here, hold the fort for a bit whilst you sort it. It's up to you. Yeah.
Go on, kick us out for now, and I'll come back on.
I'm not gonna kick you off. You gotta leave. I can't do that to you, my precious boy.
I'll be back.
All good, man. Cheers. Can't join you guys, sadly. In between kids and basketball, gymnastics drops off some pickups. Jesus Christ, you busy little boy. Yeah, that's all good, man. Well, I appreciate you stopping by then, whilst you're that busy. Jesus fucking Christ. I'll tell you what. Well, whilst he's gone, I'm gonna take a very quick bathroom break. Which I should have done because we're 10 minutes in. Almost 20 minutes in, sorry, but whatever. I will be back shortly, baby boy. Yo, dude.
What's happening, man?
Hey, can you hear us, man?
I can hear you. Oh, good, mate.
Yeah, all good, man. Paul was here just then, but for some reason there was a crackling issue with his microphone,
Oh, right,
and
okay.
even when he swapped microphone, it was still crackling. So he's left now to come back with a headset on and see what the crack is. It's been a bit of a cruddy start with that involved. Outside of that, it's all good. It's all jiggy. I was just trying to get
Cool.
Scottish Geek Guy to come on, but yeah, I was just trying to get him to come on as well, but he's busy himself. He was commenting, but he's busy himself.
I see
But
he's got, yeah, in the chat.
he's about to get all sorts of official now, my friend. Right, how have you been, buddy? I have not seen you on this stream in a long time.
I know, mate. It's been a while. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, what's been the crack?
I've been a busy man. I've been a busy man, Badger.
Don't I
Just
know it?
fresh off the London Marathon on Sunday there. So I've pretty much been keeping a low profile. Just my legs are in tatters, so just kind of healing basically. But I've got a few days off work, so I'm not back to the weekend. So
Fuck
but
that.
aye. Other than that, I've got new seats that you can see there as well. So I got like
Oh
fancy
yeah.
recliner bad boys for my cinema room thing. So those have went down well with the family, and I've managed to get the wife in this room more because it used to annoy me that she would, if ever we watch stuff, she would always try and like lobby to get it upstairs on the shitty TV or through the next room. I'd be like, what's the point in me having all this stuff and all this equipment if you're not going to watch it? But to be fair, it was a really uncomfortable, kind of cheap little 2-seater sofa thing.
Mhm.
So yeah, so we've got
You
this
gotta
big
enjoy
old
that
shiny
shit,
old
man.
dancing recliner thing now. It's good. The
Cool.
girls love it as well.
Cool, man. Hey there,
Better.
Paul.
What's happening, mate?
You
well?
all right, man? You're
I'm
looking
good.
good,
I'm
mate.
good, thanks.
How was
Cheers.
your run?
Likewise. What's that, mate?
How was your run?
It was hellish, yeah. Nah, it was good. I'll put as soon as you've brought it up, mate, I'll show you the medal. So
Go
got
on
it here
then.
as a wee prop. So
Yeah.
there's a medal. It's a belter of a medal, to be fair.
Fuck yeah.
Really. I was at the marathon show before it. So I didn't know this, but you've got to attend the marathon show in Greenwich to pick up to like sign on. So you can't just, although I was booked in and obviously got my place and all that, you can't just turn up on the Sunday. You need to go and register and pick up your bib and all that shit. Which was a bit of a pain because I had planned on just coming down on the Sunday early to do it, but in hindsight that would have been a disaster. So it was just as well I came down on the Saturday. But it's funny because they had a gallery of all the medals. So they had like the first ever London Marathon medal was in 1981 through to now. And the first medal was like honestly dog shit. It was like a 10 pence piece. It had no ribbon on it or nothing. Compared to like what you get now. Like these, and if you look at them over the years, they've just got progressively bigger and bigger and grander and grander. Which is good though, because I mean you put yourself through that and it's one of the biggest, like, the major marathons. So
Yeah.
you want something chunky to kind of signify you've done it, you know.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Like it.
It's pretty buzzing after doing that, but it's a slog. But see, the atmosphere's, I don't think the TV and stuff does it justice. But having done the Edinburgh one, like it's well supported as well. But there are periods where you're just kind of running and there's nobody there. Like, and in the Edinburgh one, it tends to happen near the end when you're burst and you need encouragement. Whereas it's literally deafening from the minute you start to the minute you end. The London one. So it makes it easier somewhat because you've always got that kind of like support from the sidelines. I didn't know though that, so when I did the Edinburgh one, they give you they know your name obviously from registering, and then when you get your like badge, it's got your name on it. So you get people shouting like directly at you, like, come on, Andy, keep it going, all this kind of stuff. You don't get that in the London Marathon. You have to sort that out yourself. So I didn't know that. So I was running basically like the invisible man. So you've got all these people that have taken the time to put their names on and they're getting shouted and loads of encouragement, and I was just getting nothing the whole way because obviously nobody knows my name. But you get obviously generic encouragement, like people just shouting, come on you go, all that kind of stuff. But no, it was an amazing experience, but I'm glad I'm glad it's in the can.
See the back of it.
Won't be doing one for a while. Aye, I was totally G'd up for my first one because I did that of my, I put my son to it and I trained my brother and all the rest of it, and then caught up in the moment. I applied for the London one before I'd actually done the Edinburgh one. Crucially, did the Edinburgh one, realised how tough it was, and then Sod's Law got bloody through the ballot for the London one when I didn't really want to do it once I knew what it was about. Or not so soon anyway. But I just felt because it's such a big marathon, and I might never get the chance to do it again. So I didn't train as hard because I didn't have the motivation. But I'm glad that I went and done it. And I wasn't as quick. I didn't have as good a time as I did the first time. But it was. I'm glad I did it though. It was an amazing experience.
I still think you're a bad pussy.
Well
You don't know what struggling is until you're me, and then you get out of bed in the morning. You don't have a fucking clue, man.
Liking the mug though.
That's what it's for. That's my medal, mate. Nah, dude, fair play, man. That's fucking insane. Love it, man. I cannot obviously I cannot imagine that. I can't imagine doing that, Chai.
Neither can I.
Yeah, 10 steps, man's dead. Public suicide doing that shit, man. I could never do it. That's insane.
There was I don't know if you've seen the guy on the TV and that, but I ran past him at one point. But there was a guy doing it with a 25-kilogram fridge on his back because it was to do with it's like a rare form of dementia that his mum was diagnosed with, and he lost her quite young, like around about 40. And then he and his brother got like the genetic testing to see if it was going to affect them, and they both came back like positive. So they're likely going to get, like, I think they're in their 20s, but they'll likely get dementia like in their late 30s, early 40s, and then it's not many years, and then they'll sadly probably be taken by it. So this whole running with the fridge was like his way of, like, it's the burden that he has to carry all the time, and then people with dementia carry, or and with the similar conditions, the unseen burden kind of thing. So he's making it seen by, like, because he says that's what it feels like having that big weight on you all the time. So that's one of the most amazing things about the marathon, whether you actually do it yourself or if you just go and support it, like just be in and around it. Like it's so humbling and so inspiring what people run the marathons for. People that for maybe lost kids, or like these raising money for these debilitating diseases or things they've overcome. And you've got to take your hat. When you're running in it yourself and you're like feeling sorry for yourself and giving it, oh, this is really hard. Why did I sign up for this? And then you see the guy with the fridge and what his story is, and you're like, you know what? I don't have anything like to complain about whatsoever. Just get on with it. Your biggest issue is like your legs are a bit sore just now, but in a couple of hours' time this will be over, and that's it. Like, he's got to deal with that all the time. But he was finishing that, and now he's gone to Ireland to do 32 marathons, I think it is, in 32 days, in 32 different counties or something, with that fridge on his back. It's like, and he's not even like this super athlete or anything. He's just a normal, like, he's obviously trained, but he's not like one of these kind of fitness influencers who's already amazingly fit. He just looks like an average guy. He's obviously been like totally propelled by just what's happened to him, and he's like, if I'm only going to be here for a while, I think their goal is to raise $1 million. He wants to raise $1 million. It's morbid as fuck, but like, he wants to raise $1 million before he dies, basically, for that cause.
Jeez.
Like, see, just being in and around the London Marathon or any marathon, and seeing what these people, run it for, and that it is, you come away from it inspired, and kind of. Yeah, you see things from other people's perspectives that are less fortunate in that. So it's just a great experience. Like the running it and the achieving it is, on a personal level, is great. But I just being in and around that is just a wholly positive thing, So I'll probably do another one, but I'm not doing another one for a while though. I'm not doing it. That was 2 in 1 year, albeit just. Like maybe like 11 months apart, not a calendar year, but 11 months apart, which is nothing compared to what some people do, but that's just too much for me. Like, I've got other things I like to do, and that it's too much. You spend most of that 12 months training, or worrying about the fact that you've got to train for it, can I?
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
enough about Borges, enough about the London Marathon.
No,
I was
asked you
watching. I was watching a bit on TV, and there's like loads of people dressed up, and there was 2 guys dressed as the Legion of Doom from WWF. That I was laughing my ass off.
Some of the signs are brilliant. Like I ran past a sign that said like you run better than the government or something like that, and somebody's gonna run like you need a shite, this kind of stuff. Like all these like funny signs and stuff.
Yeah.
They're funny and just keep you like when you're hurting and that these little signs and it's all these wee things that help you keep going, and give you a laugh and that. I've got a good video actually. I'll send you of me going over the Tower Bridge. That was the best. I don't know what it was about Tower Bridge. I kind of forgot that. I didn't look at the route, so I assumed there would be some scenic stuff, but I didn't actually. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
I think something just went beeped on my headphones. But I didn't actually know what I'd be crossing or whatever or when it would be, so I was just running it completely blind because I kind of felt if I knew it would just make me worry about it, if you know what I mean, like the scale of it. And then the next thing I hit like mile 12 and it was like, right, you're going over Tower Bridge now, and I was like, fucking hell, I've never like even seen like Tower Bridge before. And the next thing I'm like running over it and it's lined by people. There was a police chopper in there because I think it was a police chopper, it might have been a media chopper, but it looked like a police one. There was like a chopper in there. It was all lined. There's people going over it. It's the noise is deafening. And I took a wee kind of like selfie video, and that for me was like the kind of my favorite moment of it. The end's great as well because you run up obviously to the finish line and the cheers are like absolutely deafening. And it's just the elation of actually seeing the finish line because you're like, thank God I can stop now, like. But I think it was like 3:25 when I stopped, and I sat down and I was like checking my phone and I was getting myself comfortable and changing into like dried socks and all that kind of stuff, changing my top. I'm like speaking to other runners and it's, I'm soaking up the vibe and all that. And then I just glanced at my watch. I didn't realise at the time. I thought it was like 2:00 and I realised it was 3:30. And I was like, fuck, my flight's at like 6:15 and London is absolutely mobbed. And I had to get like on a train, like through the subway, back to Stansted at the airport and everything. So I literally had about 10 minutes of respite, like sitting at the side, kind of thinking a quick text to the missus and all that. Replied to a couple of text messages I had, and then it was like, fuck, I need to go. And my legs are agony. But I had to just like pretty much run away from like the start point to get to what's it called, Charing Cross Station.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still roasting, I haven't even cooled down yet. And I was like straight into the subway and it's rammed. And I thought I was gonna be sick because it's like I didn't think about that, like how like stuffy and humid it'd be and all that. And I'm like, I was stinking. I was absolutely radioactive. I was stinking, bogging like a sweat and all that. And I'm straight onto this subway with people done up, get out for the night for a Saturday. And that's mad, sweaty Scotsman pressed up against them. And that was that. I was nearly sick in that sub, so I took a wee minute before I got on the next one. And then I read like the leaflet or whatever it was. I can't remember what I looked at, but I looked at like, the information of basically what not to do. Immediately after finishing, and that was one of them. Don't get on the subway immediately after finishing. That was directly from the London Marathon, like people saying don't do that. So I can attest to that. It's not a good idea. And then I made my flight by 10 minutes.
Jesus.
So that was like the hidden marathon, the
Yes,
hidden race that I didn't really plan on.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, I'll be fine, like I'm obviously thinking try and get back down the road at a sensible time, but that was madness trying to get on I didn't think about how congested like London would be and all that. I should have got like a much later flight, but that is what it is. You live and learn, don't you?
You've done
Jesus.
it. You've done the race. You got home safe.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
Anyway.
well done though, dude. That's insane. Well
Mhm.
fucking done, Andy. That's mental, man.
No,
Well
cheers,
done.
man. I appreciate it.
Cool, but yeah, your family must be
Appreciate it.
back
Anyway,
up.
what you guys been up to, man? It brought back memories. I sent you that message of me being in the HMV again. It wasn't the same being in without you, so
Yeah.
just where was it? Is it Bond Street, Oxford Street? Can't remember.
Oxford Street, the
Ended
big
up-
one, wasn't it? We went in.
Yeah, I ended up passing it on my way to like I had to walk past it to get the next station to get to like where my hostel was on Saturday. And I just nipped in for old time's sake. But it wasn't the same without these boys. Actually, the way I came to
But
get to it
back
as
to his
well,
basket.
well, that's why I took a picture of it. The way I came to get to it as well was like I didn't plan it this way, but I ended up going through where you park your car, Badger.
Oh yeah.
Like where you parked it, where we ended up getting in the car when you reviewed this, that just casually that you didn't even know if you had a ticket or not. And I was going to take a wee video of it and like say this was that fateful place where Badger reviewed that you didn't know if you had a ticket or not, or what we were all there for.
Yeah, I didn't know at the time. Yeah, I know, annoying, but I'm still pissed off that I didn't get to come in with you boys by the end of it, because I was knackered as fuck, wasn't I? I was sleepy as hell. Could not sleep in my hotel room, so I was just shattered. Yeah, I did not want to leave. I didn't know what I didn't go all the way to London from Bath to stay in a hotel that I didn't sleep in. And then just bail on you guys after an hour. I didn't go through all that for that. So I was
No, I know that's not what your intention was. See, to be honest, in hindsight, mate, I was glad it went down like that because I get such a laugh out of your video when you put it when you put it together. That video wouldn't have existed had you not done that. So
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Yeah, just be pissed off sleeping in the fucking car and not on the motorway. Yeah, I know. Pain in the fucking ass, but it is what it is. Either way, look, I'm glad you had fun over there, man. Your family must be mad proud when you were over there doing all that.
Oh, my wee girls, so my oldest Freya's in primary 2, so she was like, Dad, like genuinely, she like, without any prompting, she was just like, Dad, can I take the medal in to do show and tell? And I was like,
Yes, you can.
of course you can, but I was also worried that it would end up like getting scudded about the playground and all that. So I was like, right, you can have it, but you have to promise Dad that you'll keep it. You won't give it to anyone. You let them touch it and stuff, but that's it. Keep it safe for me and everything. So in she went, and because, oops,
Like Frodo with the ring.
because I was clubbed from I didn't get home because I had to drive home and all that once I got back to Glasgow. I didn't get in till like 10 o'clock at night. So the wife was like, I'll do the school run in the morning. And that. So I never took her in the morning, but apparently she went in with round her neck. So she went in with round her neck, proud as punch, did the whole show and tell thing, and then I picked her up though. So when I picked her up, she came back out with round her neck again. And bless her, the first thing she did was straight up to me. She's like, Dad, look, I've kept it safe. It's fine. I didn't let anyone have it. So, but I was like, these people are going to think I've got this mad ego that I've sent my daughter in like to parade my medal around. When I genuinely didn't like. She completely came out. I didn't actually want to give her it because I was scared I'd never see it again. But I was like, oh no, all the parents, the teachers are going to think I'm a pure fucking like feeling myself arsehole. But my daughter literally coming out to school with a medal on and all that. I was like, oh no, because I was there with the wife and I was like, oh, you're a proper showing me up here, like.
That's lovely, man. That is lovely.
But it was good. I just hope that maybe inspires her. You know, like she'll remember that, like that moment, like the pride she got out of showing it off. But maybe down the line, she'll think I'd like my own. You know, like when she gets older. So I'm hoping that I've maybe planted a wee seed there. Get a thing.
Tell you what, I really do not like this fight. I really don't, because it's just down fucking hill from here. See, Andy's just come here, starting off the stream like with some deep, lovely stuff right there, inspiring, important stuff. And now after this, we're just talking about nerdy bollocks. Well, this is fucked up. This is fucked up now. I don't like it.
Sorry, mate, it wasn't my intention.
Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. You talking about people carrying fridges on their back and talking about the bed shit. And I'm there pissed off that I had to get out of bed today. You just make me right little pussy hole.
I could just be a total asshole now and say, actually, guys, I've got to go, but that was good catching up. Just did 10 minutes of bombing myself off and then fucked off.
I'll have your medal.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'd actually like probably give you more props for that because I've had your Fip style right there. So I'm like, yeah, that's good stuff right there.
But what you guys been up to? I mean, Paul, you've got you're like what, weeks away from being a dad?
I'm literally 7
yeah.
weeks. Not long.
Exciting, mate. You must be excited, are you not? Are you shitting yourself?
I've been through every emotion under the sun, every single one. Scared, excited, nervous, whatever emotion you can think of. I've been through it. I'm just playing the waiting game now. There's nothing more I can do. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. How's who? Sorry.
How's Claire getting on? Is she over it? Is she just wanting the baby to come? Or is she still kind of enjoying the pregnancy?
I think she, a bit of both. I think she's going through all the emotions as well. I think we're both just waiting now. We've got everything pretty set up, the baby room set up. I feel like we're all ready to go. Just playing the waiting game now. And then you won't hear off me again for about 3 years.
I've been there, mate. I know what it's like. But it'll be good when it comes, mate.
So I'm trying to squeeze in it as much as I can. My mate said, get all the gaming you want to. I might just be about to be able to squeeze Bond in before it's born. Just about.
You'll always remember that Bond game. You probably always remember that Bond game though, because you were playing it at the time, like your V1 came along. You know, I'm absolutely buzzing for Bond, man. Like, see now that the London Marathon's out the way for me, I can just get excited. Just all I want to do is just be excited for Bond every day. That's all my goal in life every day. just to listen to Lana Del Rey's First Light and just wish my life away to the 27th.
Yeah, from the little bits I've seen of it, it does look fucking jiggy, to be fair. From the little bits I've seen. I'm not mad juiced for it, because I'm not really the biggest fan of the franchise and all that. But it does look, it looks like a modern day version of Everything or Nothing. Do you know what I mean? Because that game was explosive back then. So yeah,
that trilogy of PS2 Bond games, that Agent Under Fire, Nightfire, and Everything or Nothing. Right. What a trilogy, man! What a time to be a Bond fan that was.
Hell yeah!
I know. See those games at the time as well. Like I'm obviously a massive Bond fan. I played all those ones, Paul, but they never ever got the love because it was still quite not that. What 5, 6, 7 years after GoldenEye, and everybody just like fucking worships GoldenEye, and rightly so for what it did. But I felt like Agent Under Fire, Nightfire, all that, they didn't get a fair crack of the whip at the time. Do you know what I mean? Like, people enjoyed them, but they never get like they always live in the shadow of GoldenEye, and I think that's unfair. I
think as well it was very early, not stupid early, but still early in the first person shooter sort of. We hadn't quite had Halo yet, which sort of revolutionized third person. So if you go back and play them games now, they are quite clunky. And if I can remember back at the time, they felt a bit clunky as well. But maybe that's just me thinking that because I'm so used to first person, like the smoothness of them now. Yeah. But yeah, I remember Nightfire being quite popular, but the other two not being as popular. For some reason, maybe because it was Nightfire's, I've just got mad nostalgic fond memories of it, of couch multiplayer in it with my friends on weekends and stuff. But that's the one that sticks out for me out of them three.
Was Nightfire the first one to use Brosnan's likeness?
Yeah. So it's one that opens up in that like a Russian castle or something. You got to infiltrate it and that.
That's right. And you had like the laser Omega and all that. They were class, man. Obviously, like looking back, the graphics are dated, but I remember at the time, like being blown away, thinking like, "Oh my god, that's basically Pierce Brosnan." You know what I mean? It looks shitty now, but at the time it was. And I think he voiced it as well, didn't he? Like
that was Everything or Nothing. That was the one he voiced.
Was it? Yeah.
That was the one.
Did he not voice Sniper?
It didn't have that like Willem Dafoe in that, didn't it? Wasn't Willem Dafoe the villain in that one? And
Heidi Klum as well.
Heidi Klum. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
God, everyone is great.
And then Bond games just died for years. Like we had like the GoldenEye remake. We had that Bloodstone, which was a fine third-person game.
I quite like the Daniel Craig ones.
Didn't play.
I'm not going to say they were amazing,
but I quite enjoyed them.
I enjoyed them as a Bond fan, but I feel like this one that's coming out looks like it's going to be the definitive Bond game. I feel like that's what they want it to be. They want it to be what Arkham Knight was, or Arkham Asylum for Batman. They want this with Bond, and they can make a franchise out of it or whatnot. But I remember that Bloodstone, the PS3 Daniel Craig one. I remember enjoying it, but even back then when that had come out, I still remember thinking it just feels like any other third-person action adventure game with a Bond skin over it.
Yeah, they felt like see
Yeah.
what's now described as like a double A game. Like that's what they always
Yeah.
felt like. Double A kind of like part of an overall campaign for whatever movie was coming out. Like not the way that like First Light is like a multi-million-dollar project. You know, it's been treated like an actual movie. Like I think, like see the fact that I think it's really cool that they've got Lana Del Rey in, but like see the fact they've released the song a few weeks before the game. Like that's what they do with the films. It acts so it's getting me hyped because it's almost like the next Bond film. And games are so immersive now, and you know, with all the motion capture and all that, and the voice acting and everything. That yeah, it's a game, but it doesn't feel like a game to me. It feels like we're getting like a kind of
This is the next chapter in
a
Bond.
playable movie, basically. Yeah, that's that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited,
Absolutely.
man. I'm trying my hardest not to. I've seen snippets of it. The company's releasing like these YouTube videos every week, like the gameplay, the story video, and all this. I'm just trying to stay away from it all. I seen the Lana Del Rey thing. Heard about maybe like a 10-second snippet on a reel, and I thought that'll do me. That sounds like a Bond song. I'll listen to it properly in game. But yeah, I'm juiced for it, man. I can't wait.
Yeah, but it's
I watched the title sequence. That's the only thing I've watched, which I probably shouldn't have. But yeah, I've watched, so I know what the title sequence is going to look like, and like when it comes in the game. But I've managed to avoid all like plot and like gameplay stuff, other than what was like the E3 original trailer kind of thing.
Yeah, nice. I didn't. I haven't seen much of it, but the bits I did see, it was like, yeah, this is like everything or nothing, because it does feel like a movie. Everything or Nothing back in the day, it felt like a fucking movie. It just did. That was insane. The production value on that was insane back in the day. What was it? 2003, right? Late 2003, I think.
Something like that. But I'm sure on the actual game, once you've beat it, it unlocks a making of video on it, if I can remember, and it goes into like early mocap and early voice acting, how they did it, and why they brought like Willem Dafoe in, and all them are getting interviewed. Willem Dafoe, Pierce Brosnan, that. So they'll be treating it, like an interactive movie when that was released back in the day as well.
Yeah, I remember the Maya, the theme.
Yes, yes.
Everything or Nothing was a fire song, man. Real fire. That was cool as well. Also, there were those Bond moments in it. Do you remember those Bond moments? That's what.
Yeah, like the jump the car and stuff like that.
Yeah, you get these tokens, like you get these rewards, like if you do specific like stunts and all that shit, some cool shit. And yeah, it was fun, man. I remember one of them was just giving a woman a massage who didn't know that you were there. Like she didn't know that Bond was there. So you sneak in as a masseur, and if you give her a massage or whatever, that is like it comes across as a Bond moment. And it is true, that is a fucking Bond moment and a half.
Can you imagine that these days in a game? Fucking hell, man. The outrage.
I just remember the first level, or part of the first level, where you jump off the building, rappel down the side of it, and you're just going down with your bloody machine gun, just gunning down. Oh mate, what a game that was!
Yeah, that was the dam. That was the dam. You're going down the dam.
Yeah,
it's fucking wicked.
I don't know because like it is because First Light is now trending and it's going to be massive and everything. I feel like on Instagram and social media, I'm just getting constant everything or nothing. And probably because of the age I'm as well, like Agent Under Fire, like constant like content from all these retro gamer type ones saying, "Oh, do you remember this banger and stuff?" And I played them all, but you know that way. Sometimes you do play stuff and you just forget, you just completely forget, and then you like that they even existed, and then you see like a clip, and it just all comes like it unlocks something in your mind, and you just remember it all. So it's made me want to actually play them, but it's like to get a hold of it because my mate's got a PS3, so the one that's backwards compatible, because the actual games themselves are so cheap. Like they're get them in CX like a quid and stuff like that.
Do you remember not the Christmas just gone, the Christmas before, when I was doing sort of a Bond marathon? Do you remember me doing that?
Yeah,
when I pulled out
yeah.
It was sort of like I did like a Bond marathon over December. I actually downloaded them, an emulator on my phone, and just played it with my Backbone. And yeah, I was just lying in bed playing like Nightfire, just reliving childhood memories.
Yeah, that sounds like a right love, man.
Do you know what's interesting about? Sorry, mate. I'm sorry, Badger. I'm What are you saying?
No, I was just simply saying that I didn't really play Agent Under Fire. Nightfire I played a lot though and loved it. But it was when Everything or Nothing came out that I was like, oh, okay, now I've lost my mind there. My favorite part was that Jaws kept coming back from the movies. Jaws. They actually like motion captured his face and shit, and got him to come back. Or I was like, this is just madness. This is so much fun. Yeah, I loved it. It was amazing. That game, just brilliant. That was awesome.
All I was going to say was just like I've never really thought about this before, but so Everything or Nothing, maybe even Nightfire, would have been produced and came out after Die Another Day. Would that be right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
So Pierce Brosnan was still basically
Yeah,
playing the role of James Bond beyond Die Another Day, only to then get the call in wherever it was, like 2005, to say, "Nah, mate, we're going a different direction with Daniel Craig." Just
hey,
I've just
imagine
never
it was
thought about
like,
it that way before, but that'd be quite horrible because he's obviously still doing those games and stuff and thinking I'll be getting another one, and then they're like, "Nah, we're taking it a different direction."
hey, well, at least it means that Die Another Day wasn't the last time he played as Bond. That's a shit film to go out on, man. If you think that's crazy, though, imagine what it was like for Sean Connery. He's the one who came back to do From Russia with Love in 2006. So, or was it 2005?
Fair enough. That was good as well, but a bit like what you said earlier, it was like Paul. It was like it was just a generic third-person shooter with a Bond skin on it, which was great. If you're a fan, like you'll take it, but it wasn't as if it was like revolutionary or anything like that. But
I didn't
to
play
think
it.
that Connery came back and voiced that though is mental.
That was the selling
That's up
point.
there
Though,
with Peter.
I remember that being the big marketing for it, that they've got Connery back. Remember that being pushed massive for that game.
Yeah, man, it was fucking cool. Even though I'd never played it, I was like, yeah, but that is banging. Getting a G like him to come back, that's cool. Quick message here from comment here from Host of Fat. Never finished Agent Under Fire, but I used it as soft mod about 100 original Xboxes. You go into jail, boy, and you go to hell. You ain't dragging me in down there with you, man. Legal boy.
I can't remember anything about Agent Under Fire. Like
Agent Under Fire, it felt like sort of like a I don't know, like a tech demo for what they could do with a Bond game, and then they just went all out with Agent Under Fire, Nightfire, sorry. Because I remember Agent Under Fire didn't have Bond's likeness. It didn't have a likeness. It was just a generic person. And even on the box art, it sort of just shadows out Bond. He's just like that.
I remember it. He's like that, isn't he?
Yeah, his face is covered.
Yeah, that's right.
It wasn't until Nightfire that they started getting all like the licenses and the voice acting and the whatnot, and the likenesses and all that to come in for it.
There was I remember there was one Bond game I played that devastated me with how shit it was. Like I hated it so much. It was called GoldenEye Rogue Agent.
I never played that one.
It's horrible.
Not played either.
Yeah, the selling point was that you get to play as like a bad guy in the Bond universe and all that, and like you get to be on the side of multiple villains, famous villains like Dr. No and all that. You know, Man with a Golden Gun. And it's like, okay, it sounds great. You play it. It had a really cool opening. Even though it wasn't his voice, you do start out playing a mission with Pierce Brosnan, like his version of James Bond. It looks just like him, but it's not his voice, but it is his likeness. You're in a helicopter with him, you're on a mission with him, but then he dies. And then I was like, holy shit, James Bond dies in the intro. Like, holy shit, because of your accident, you're in like training with him, he dies and it's your fault, and then you get disqualified. I was like, oh, that sounds bad. Then they copped out and revealed the whole thing to be just a simulation in the opening level. The opening level was just a simulation. You have failed and James Bond has died. You've been disqualified and all this bollocks. I was like, okay, this is a cop-out. I thought that was brave for a second. And after that, I didn't feel like a bad guy in the universe at all. You're just walking around shooting at soldiers, just this crappy first-person shooter with barely anything special.
I feel like I might have played this.
Yeah?
I think I might have played it. I think you've just unlocked a little sort of memory of like I might have at some point played it just really haven't got any memories for it, or probably didn't complete it or anything. Cause I probably didn't like it either.
Yeah,
But,
after that
yeah,
intro,
I remember. Yeah,
absolute ass. I don't know why. Like some people liked it. I can't stand it. Awful.
How many Golden Eyes have there been then? Is it, I completely forgot about that one. Rogue Agent, and then there was another one, wasn't there?
4,
It's
I
a
think.
Golden Eye like remake or something, or remaster or something.
Yeah, that was
I
on
don't
the.
know.
Do you know the one I mean?
I know they remade it or remastered it or something, but I never
But it
played
wasn't
it.
really. Aye,
It
it
was-
wasn't.
there
It was.
It was remade with Daniel Craig for Wii, and then after that, it was
Yeah,
that
that's what I
remake
mean.
was. Yeah, the remake was then redone. The remake was remade or whatever for like the 360. Yeah, so it was like 4 of them, I think, overall. I think. Yeah,
Aye,
but
there is a remaster of the original, isn't there? But like you say, not available,
think
not widely
so.
available.
I don't know. I didn't know there was a remaster of the original GoldenEye.
Might be unofficial. Might be able to get on like Steam or something.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't
we
know.
don't
I
need
never.
any more Golden Eyes. The
No.
original isn't that great now, anyway. Like,
No, it's not. It's not that.
It done wonders for the technology of third-person shooters, but as an actual overall game, ain't that great.
Yeah,
No,
not now.
not now. No.
No. I don't know. There's some games from those days that I still think are incredible. Look,
Oh yes,
Ocarina of Time, I don't care what anyone says. That's still my favorite game of all time. I think that shit holds up remarkably well. But yeah, stuff like GoldenEye does not fare so well. But you gotta respect it regardless, man. You gotta respect it. Absolutely.
What you boys been playing anyway? You been playing anything recently?
Yeah, but when I'm not working my nuts off on my projects, I do like to chill out and play a bit of Hitman, which I've been doing a fair bit recently. I adore Hitman. But yeah, outside of that, I'm not doing too much. I was playing a bit of Outlast with my friend recently. Outlast Trials. Oh man, that's an uncomfortable experience indeed. I love Outlast. Those games are scary as hell, but playing them with a mate, it just adds a different layer to it. It's mental. Me and my friend were getting chased by this massive hench naked woman in the dark. It was horrible. I'm actually not joking. It's quite mental. I was crouched down, hiding in the corner. I have a recording of it. I was crouched down in the corner, hiding with my night vision goggles on. She walked right up to me, and there I am, just looking on my 75-inch TV, like her vagina was just right there, like in green and black. The night vision, right there, and it is overly detailed. It is insane. I was like. I laughed my ass off, but it was like, this is horrible, absolutely horrible. So I was just like, this is the most insane thing of what to play with your friends. So that's what I've been up to, mate. Killing people in Hitman and looking at naked women. That's what I've been up to. That's what I've been getting.
The Hitman games, like I played the Hitman games on PC way back, like the first Hitman. I can still remember the level where it was like you had to arrange a hit a la like it was a bit like the Cold Godfather shooting in the first Godfather film when like they've had the gun in the toilet and all that. So you have to like climb in through the back window of this like Chinese restaurant that these two triad gangs are meeting. It was so cool thinking about it. You had to plant a gun in like the cistern of the toilet, then go and take out the guy one side of it that was doing the meeting, obviously. Dress as him without any weapons, so you'd be frisked at the front door. So you could get through the front door, then you'd sit down in the meeting, and then you had there's a bit of a cutscene where you would chat, and then he says, "Do you mind, like, you have to excuse yourself to go to the toilet, and then when you go to the toilet, you can obviously get the silenced baller, and then you can either come out all guns blazing, or you can do it the kind of cool way, which is to sit back down and like continue the conversation, and then you just like whip the gun out and shoot him, obviously." But like Hitman games, there's always a million ways to do it. But I remember playing that on my PC back in like whenever it came out, like 98 or 99 or something, the very first Hitman. And just thinking, this is absolutely amazing. Like that you can proper play. It was cinematic, it was obviously ripping off like The Godfather. Amazing. And I kind of played them on and off over the years on PS2 and all that. And then I've got whatever it is, World of Assassination for the PS5, and it's amazing. But again, I suffer from when a game's too detailed, I just get lost, and I try and be too like realistic and all this, and it's not actually that much fun. I play the same level over and over again, And I don't actually think, maybe it's just because I'm shit, but I actually, you obviously play more Badger, but I think like it's not always that easy to find the different ways to carry out the assassinations.
No, you were right. You were right. It's because you're shit.
Yeah,
That's what I've put it down to for myself. I've come to terms with it. Like, I love the idea of the Hitman games. I hate that I'm not good at them, and I've tried multiple of them. The only one I ever really enjoyed was the was it called Blood Money? But it was a bit more of like a linear cinematic Hitman game rather than a big sort of sandboxy one.
Oh no, that was Absolution. That was Absolution.
Yeah, that one I really enjoyed because it played a bit more like Max Payne, where you're just sort of running and gunning sort of thing. But I was the same. I've tried numerous ones. I got the one on the PS5. And I remember doing the level on the beach when there's like a big beach house on the beach or something. And I just struggle with it. Like, I don't know if it's A, because I haven't got the patience. B, like you said, I just shit at it. Or I don't know. I just feel like I generally think it is just because I'm crap at it. And I've tried them multiple times. And it's one of them franchises where I'm just like, this isn't for me. I want it to be, but I've sort of have to put it to the side. That's why I'm a bit more excited for Bond, because I know it's from the same studio, and I know. But the Bond game looks like it has elements of Hitman to it, but it looks more like Uncharted, like that sort of big cinematic game, rather than it looks like it's got the Hitman elements, like the sneak in and whatnot, but it looks like it's got a lot more big sort of set pieces to it.
Absolutely. Yeah, with that Hitman, if you're on the easier difficulties, like the normal difficulty, it is a lot easier to figure out like all the crazy options. But me, I play on the hardest difficulty, so I've always got to like really dig deep and work it out.
No hints and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And so I've just got to play it by ear. Literally, I got to play it by ear. I have to walk around crowds, listening to conversations, seeing if I can get hints on what to do. It's hard as fuck, but I love it.
That's
but
cool.
once I get good at the levels, though, what I like to do is I like to go back and redo it all again and again, just to do the different challenges. The hardest one you can do is the Silent Assassin, where you don't get caught once. You never kill any non-targets, and you have to never change outfits. You can only do it in your suit that you start the game with. So it's hard as fuck, and I love it. Absolutely love it. I love every bit of it. I want them to go full on masochist mode though, because on the hardest mode you can only save the game once. I want them to scrap that. I don't want to save it at all. I want them to remove the save feature and have it like full on
brutal mode.
Permadeath, isn't it? That's what that kind of gameplay is called, permadeath. So like you get one go at it, and then you can't. There's not even a checkpoint. It's like right back to right. It's like basically deletes your save once you die. Like The Last of Us introduced that, didn't it, as well?
That's right. No, they did it properly evil with the Doom games, because when Doom did that, the permadeath mode, it actually deleted your save. I was like, that's just cheeky. That's just cheeky right there. That's rude.
Have you ever seen the YouTube reaction videos to people playing The Last of Us on permadeath?
Yeah. I was about to say that. Good, yeah, so it's funny one.
Things ever. It's like maybe just like they've pressed the wrong button at the wrong moment and they've let go of like a fucking ladder and dies.
Like,
and then
15 hours in.
They have like an existential crisis, man. Like fucking meltdown. So would that, to be fair. Like, it's one thing getting done by a boss. You're like, right, that's frustrating, but it's kind of noble. Like, well, I had my go at the boss killed me. But like just accidentally falling off a ladder or something would fucking end me, man. I'd be like, I'd throw the fucking thing out the window if that happened.
Heads will roll. Someone's getting punished. It's just the way it
probably
goes.
Probably my 60 quid Joule sense to end up getting like smashed into the wall or something. And I just feel even worse.
Yeah, man. Look, dude, if those games aren't for you in a way, that's fair play. But that's what I'll be jamming on whenever I'm not busy with my writing and all that. So yeah, that's what I'm digging. Real quick as well, because there's stuff that I wanted to ask about. Actually, wait, real quick. I've already answered mine. Go on, Paul. Why don't you answer him? And I forgot that. You go ahead and speak. Sorry, my bad. What have you been playing?
I've been in an absolute lull since Resident Evil Requiem, which I feel like that took over mine, Andy's, and a few others. The month of February, the month of February 2026 belongs to Resident Evil Requiem, and it forever will.
Sponsored by Miller.
Yeah. But Capcom have just released a new game, Pragmata, which is sort of like a sci-fi shooter game. Released it for £42, brand new AAA game, which even the reviews were good and everything. I was like, £42, I'm going to give it a go. I love Capcom. It looks good. Reviews are great. Let's go. It'll tie me over till Bond. Admittedly, though, I've not put as many hours in as I wanted to, or more, I've not felt the urge to. Like, it's a good game. It's when you're playing it, you're having fun, but it's not a game where, like, once I've turned off, I'm like, I can't wait to get back on it, because the narrative isn't all that engaging. I feel like I've only seen. According to my PlayStation, I'm 8 hours in and I'm 52% through the campaign. I think I've seen about 4 cutscenes, the whole thing. That's the opening and one after each level. And I'm just not engaging with it on a sort of narrative way. So I'm treating it as just, if I've got nothing else to do, I'll pick it up, do a bit more, couple of hours. Whereas like when Resident Evil come out, mate, I couldn't get off it. Like I was in work going, I know I want to go back home and play it. Whereas this, it's a fun game. It's just, I can't see it being like my favorite game of the year or anything like that. I think it'll be a game, once I've sort of seen credits, I might just trade it in or put it on the back burner, which is a shame, because it is a Capcom game and I love Capcom, but and it sounds like I'm shitting on it, because I'm not, because it is a fun game to play, but it's not one that I'll forever have in my collection. But that's about it. Yeah, Pragmata. The combat's fun in it. The graphics are beautiful, like Resident Evil Requiem. That RE engine's just beautiful that they use. But yeah, in terms of the narrative, it's just not grabbing me at all. It's a shame.
Man.
That's disappointing to hear, because I was keen to play that. I thought you'd be more into it than that.
I did. But it was the first night I played it. I played it for about 3 hours the night it came out. And then even when I got like 3 hours into it, I was like, I'm sort of enjoying it, but I'm just going to go to bed. And then I didn't play it again for like days. And then a couple of my mates started playing it, talking to me about it, going, "Oh, are you getting on?" I said, "I'll get back to it at some point." And that's what I've been doing. Just like when I've got an hour in or 2 hours spare, I'm just bashing out a bit more of it. But you might enjoy it more than me. But I think just because I was so high on Resident Evil, I'm trying to catch that high again. And this ain't it.
That might be what it is. Tough act to follow that.
Yeah.
What about you, Andy? What you be playing?
Well, I was a bit like, to echo what Paul said, I was the same. So like Resident Evil Requiem was brilliant. Like, and it's not, and as you guys know, I don't usually play the spooky games, so I like proper had to like G myself up for that, and it was intense though. Like for me, that was a bit of an achievement, sitting through getting through that game first time. It was, but in a great way though. Like the adrenaline and the fear of it made it even more exciting for me. Does that make sense? Because it really felt like I was pushing myself to play it. But it's a bit on top of that, like getting my personal thing out the way of it. It's just a great game. Like the graphics, the whole nostalgia of it as well, like the Leon Kennedy thing. You've still not played it, have you, Badger?
No, not yet.
All right, I wouldn't say about like talk about the actual what happens, but yeah, like just his return and stuff, the mix of the first person and the third person, it's just brilliant. Really, really good. Just like Paul, I couldn't wait to play it. I ended up getting the platinum for it, which involved me doing like 4 run-throughs, I think. So I literally played that game. I played through it 4 times, like back to back. That's how much I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, by the 4th playthrough, I was kind of like, yeah, I'm ready to move on from it, just because I've spent that much time in I played it so much in such a short space of time. But I could see myself playing it again in the future. It's so good. But that, a bit like Paul, when a game takes you that high and you love it, and I played it maybe for like 2 weeks to 3 weeks solid, and then I'm like, what am I going to play now? And that Crimson Desert had came out, so I got Crimson Desert, and it's good. But same as you, Paul, a bit like how you got on with Pragmata. I'm playing it, but I play it for an hour, 2 hours, and it's so dense, and it's a bit like Red Dead. The combat's pretty satisfying in it, but there's no like it's one of those meandering sandboxy story where it's clear that it's more about the immersion and being lost and how detailed an open world they have, where it's a player led thing rather than we've come up with this brilliant story. We can't wait for you to kind of like experience it. It's kind of like the story feels secondary to all the different things you can do in the game. So I'm like you, Paul. I like combat and all the rest of it, and I like the gameplay mechanics. But if you give me a really good story around it, then that's my jam, kind of thing. So kept coming back, kept trying to get back into it, and I've just left it now because I'm just not feeling it. But I've started playing Returnal because that Saros came out. I've had Returnal for ages because I borrowed it off my brother, the hard copy of it, and all the hype. And I listened to the PlayStation Access podcast. I don't know if you listen to that, but they've started doing the plus side. Do you know what I'm talking about? So every second or third podcast, they pick a game to play, and it might not necessarily be a new one, maybe an old one, and then they discuss it. Yeah. And then they discuss it. It's always one that's on the catalogue, like hence they're also trying to promote the subscription and stuff. But it might be like once it was the original Resident Evil 2, which was obviously the run up to Requiem, and I went back and played that, and then it's quite cool because you can play it, and then you listen to the podcast, and then they're all talking about how they've got on with it and stuff. So it's a good idea because it's interactive. So Returnal is their one. They've not discussed it yet, but they've announced it. So that made me kind of put it on, and I'll tell you what, I'm loving Returnal. It's hard, but you can see all the inspirations in it. Like Alien's a big inspiration for it. Everything down to like the kind of the production design of it and stuff. But it's quite creepy as well. There's there's a bit of a plot behind it as well. So you've got this kind of difficult roguelike gameplay, but there is a backstory that you kind of unlock as well. So I don't know why I'm kind of annoyed that I've slept on Returnal because it is a light game and it was like out from day one. But it's got that feel as well where, see, because it was an early, I don't know if it was a launch title, but if it wasn't a launch title, it came out very quickly after launch. So you can tell they've swung from the fences for like the DualSense and the 3D, like that way when those games came out at the beginning, it's like the devs are obviously told we've got this new controller, like showcase it in this game. So like everything about it, like the vibration, the way you manipulate the buttons and stuff, it kind of fully uses the DualSense. And if you put like your headset on that's got 3D audio, it's like a bit of a showcase for like the 3D audio thing. So yeah, I'm just loving it. It's so good, man. So, but again, as soon as Bond comes out, it's getting dropped like a hot tatty. But I think I'm going to see Returnal out though. Like Crimson Desert, I'd play it and go, yeah, that's good. But like you, Paul, I'd have no drive to go back to it. Whereas Returnal, I'm like, oh, when am I getting that? I'm looking forward to playing it again, So that's what I've been playing.
I think as well with this Pragmata as well. And I know like gaming is a very, it's just you and the game. But what I loved about Resident Evil and other titles that, I love like last year is when these big titles come out, you feel like everyone's talking about them. You're seeing them online, you're watching YouTubers talk about it. And I like that aspect of it as well. Whereas this Pragmata used to be going under the radar, not really many people are talking about it. Like Resident Evil was everywhere, podcasts, YouTubers talking about it. There's dedicated YouTube Resident Evil pages. It was everywhere. And I love like watching people play it after I'd played it and their experience with it and talking about deep diving into it and everything. There isn't really much, and that will be with Bond as well. When Bond comes out, everyone's going to be playing it. And
you'll be watching the films again and stuff. I'm going to watch the films like this month in the run up. Yeah.
Right, real quick, got a message here from Mr. Barr. Evening, gents. Love the Hitman games. Looking forward to 007 First Light next month. Hell yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier on, actually. It's gonna be awesome, man. Cannot wait for that one. I'm not like the biggest Bond fan, but even I'm juiced for it. So that is saying something. There is. Yeah, one thing I wanted to ask you boys, I highly doubt Andy has played it. Have you guys played that game, Scorn?
No, but
Not
why
even
do I
heard
know
of it.
that name?
Damn. Okay, it's HR like Giga style. Very creepy. Not exactly a horror game, but it is, but it isn't, but it is, but it isn't. It's like a game that has a mad identity crisis.
It looks a bit like
I'm looking it up just now.
it looks a bit like not Doom. What's the other one called? Quake.
Quake.
It has
Yeah.
that sort of aesthetic. I've not played it. I know what it is though.
Oh, trust me, it is nothing like Quake.
No,
No, shit me,
Not-
no.
well, because wasn't Quake sort of inspired by like Giga and like Alien stuff like that?
Maybe what I mean is to play. That's what I mean.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I meant just like aesthetic.
I'm not too familiar with Quake myself. I've only played
Oh.
it once. I don't really know. But yeah, like, it's insane. This game. It's quite short, like 6 hours long, and it's like a first-person game. But there's barely any action in it. It's one of those games that's completely abstract, where it has like a plot that is purposely vague, but it's so vague it makes Shadow the Colossus look like like it's not vague at all. Like it's just insane how much backstory is missing. It's a weird like alternate universe on this weird planet. There are corpses everywhere. There's been some type of chaos, death all over the place, and it's just an empty game. You're just exploring this really strange empty game where everything is like biomechanical. Like the walls look like the construct, the
Alive.
building.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, that's it. The buildings, they look alive, but they don't, but they do, but they don't. It's like it just makes no sense. The weird villains in it that you sometimes fight are just strange. The weapons you use are like connected to your body, and that they kind of do these. It's just like this weird, overly gross, strange, haunting game. There's barely any music in it. It's just a weird humming presence throughout. It was insane. I don't know how to describe it, but I played it. And even though it wasn't the deepest thing in the world, and the puzzles were okay, I was just fucking mesmerized by it. I cannot compare it to anything else like how I felt. It's no masterpiece. I've got many problems with it. Even though the story does leave things open for you to interpret, like what happened, what's going on here and there, why is the world the way it is? I do think it's a bit too vague. I think it's to the point where it's like, oh, come on, you need to give us something.
Give us
This,
something, yeah.
yeah, because sometimes it can like, what I mean? It's one of those cases where like, it's not vague, it's absent. Like you could go ahead and try and disguise it, but let's just call a spade, dude. You don't know what's going on when you made this game, you twat. Don't go pretending like there's something here that I got to work out. I can't work it out because nothing exists. It's like you're just really, what I mean? It's not complex, it's convoluted. It's that type of behavior that I get with it. It's that type of mindset. I've got big problems with it being overly vague, but there is something there that's achingly beautiful and disgusting at the same time. It's all just a weird whirlwind of emotions, and I'm never going to forget that experience. What I got from it. I hope we get a sequel one day, but I was just thinking about that when it came to like experiences where you wanted to keep going back to it. That's what I got from it. I was dying for it to be over because it was making me so uncomfortable, but I fucking loved it at the same time. Haunting, a very abstract, weird experience indeed. It's also one of those cases where it couldn't exist as anything else other than a game. If it was a movie, it would be boring. It'd be really boring. If it was a show, it would be boring. As a book, it could only exist as a game. But yeah, Scorn was just fucked. Warts and all, I've got problems with it, but there was something special about it, man. That was a weird experience. It really was strange. Not kick-ass like the stuff we were just talking about. But I do recommend it if you want something trippy. Yeah.
It's got good reviews, to be fair.
Some do, some hate it, and I understand the people here as
Yeah.
well. You won't be forgetting it
I've
though.
never even heard of it before.
Damn. Yeah, it was quite a big one. Quite big. when it was eventually ported to PlayStation and all that, eventually, it got a big resurgence of fans after that. Fucking hell. I gave it a try and I was like, this is just insane. Like, yeah.
Was it a PC game originally?
It was on Steam originally, like only available bit by bit. The whole game wasn't available at first, but eventually did come. It's not even a long game. Here's the thing: the game isn't long. It's like 5-6 hours. No voice actors in it, and there's barely any resemblance of music. So you'd imagine it wouldn't have taken them ages to make, but it did, and it's simply because of the art design and everything abstract in it. Like it is so out of this world that it took him ages to develop this little short experience. And it's like, yeah, I could see why. It's weird. I don't know. Check out the reviews of it by all means. You'll see some weird clips in it, and it's just it's uncomfortable, man. It really is. Yeah, that was a gripping one. Played that like last year, I think. Not too long ago. I've never recovered from it. Yeah, it was great though.
You're making me want to play it now, mate. Just to kind of see what it's about.
Go for it. Just
I might stick it on my. I might stick it on my wish list, and if it drops down to like a couple of quid, I might pick it up just to play it and let you know what I think of it.
All right, go for it. Just remember though, I did warn you. Remember, I warned you. It is a horrible game indeed. For what's in there, it's bloody horrible. It is horrible, and I just. All right, enough, enough flashing back. Yeah, I warned you. Remember, that's what I'm saying. And have you guys spoken about Michael yet? No, sir, we have not. I mean, we were just talking about disturbing experiences, but we have not talked about Michael yet. No, I have not seen it yet. Mark Kermode's review, I watched it for the first time today, and
is it good?
His reviews not funny, no, because he's talking about some dark stuff. But
oh right, okay. I like it when he tells some part though.
Yeah, I know he is funny when he does that. How over the top he gets. But no, in this case he wasn't like that. He didn't like the film, but what he said about it, I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to agree with this. It does seem like they've messiahed him a little bit too much and avoided certain things. And I don't just mean the allegation stuff. I just mean in general they've cut through too much stuff. Like big moments in Michael Jackson's life, like Grammys and stuff, is just reduced to a montage. Plenty of people are complaining about that, and I'm like, yeah. To be fair, I'm annoyed about that too. Before I've seen it, before I've even seen it, I'm not hating on it though. I'm actually quite sure. I'm quite sure I'm actually gonna like that film. But it's just one of those cases where if you know the true story, it's just gonna bug you a bit. An example that I give is Bohemian Rhapsody. Love that movie. Love Bohemian Rhapsody. Still pissed me off how they edited. I mean, obviously there's going to be some liberties taken, but how they fucked that film up was insane, because in that film, he was diagnosed before he was diagnosed in real life in the film, like with AIDS and all that. And he came out and told the band about it long before in real life he even knew he had AIDS. It's like, this is stupid. Things like that really do irk me, and I can accept it because I love the movie, but it's that way with Michael. There's so many liberties taken that I know of already. I'm like, so I'm not in a rush to see it, but we'll see how I feel. But you, on the other hand, loved it, didn't you, Paul? You fucking loved it.
I loved Michael. I thought it was a sensational cinema going experience. Let me set the stage. Let me set the stage for
Strap yourself in, people. Strap yourself in.
So, Michael Jackson, for me, is the dude who I can only say is the person who made me a fan of music. It's the first music I have memories of. It's my young, when I was like 5 and 6 or even younger, I can just Michael Jackson music. My mum's a massive fan back earlier though, from like the Jackson 5 and when he did like the disco era, the 70s stuff. And then I went into like the Thriller, the Bad era. That was my jam. I'm not going to turn this into a did he or didn't he discussion because there's no answer to it. as far as I'm concerned, I've always said, even when the allegations come out and whatnot, at the end of the day, in the court of law, you're innocent until proven guilty. I don't care which way you swing, and the guy was found not guilty twice in 15 accounts. Fair enough. However that happened, money thrown everywhere, whatever. The fact of the matter is he died not guilty of the accusations that he was accused of. So I've always, Michael Jackson for me, since those allegations, it's sort of like separate the art from the artist to a degree, because at the end of the day, he was not proven guilty. So it's not like I can go, well, you are one, because the court of law found you innocent of it. So it's like if I was arrested for murder and I hadn't done it, I won't want people pointing the finger out and calling me a murderer. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, I went into this movie. I knew what I wanted from this film. I wanted to go in and be reminded why Michael Jackson, why I love his music, why he was as big as he was. And I think people underestimate how big he was, because you can go back and watch any footage from any of his concerts from back in the 80s. There are people crying, fainting, absolute in hysterics. And then people say like they're putting him up on the pedestal as a messiah and all this in the film. He was in the 80s. He was the biggest thing on planet Earth in the 80s. He's one of the biggest, most popular people on planet Earth and that we will ever see in our lifetime. So the film, to a degree, does, but I don't feel like it's doing it to like it's telling the truth. Like he was that big. Like kids are running up to him, but I can imagine that is what happened in real life. Do you know what I'm saying? But it was a paint by numbers biopic. You know the beats it was going to hit. It beat it, which I loved. But I think there was more depth to it than people are saying in the reviews. It starts off when he's a kid, goes into his father. His father, there's some drama around his father beating him and stuff like that, and the difference between how his mum treated him, how his dad treated him. And then it goes into him learning, how to sing, how to dance, and all this. There was more on the surface to the film than I thought there was going to be. When I started reading the early reviews, people were saying like there's absolutely nothing to this film apart from music. I went into that thinking it, and it gave me more than I thought. Now, it is only a 2-hour movie. There's only so much story you can tell over the span of a 10-year time period in 2 hours. So it does jump things. But I feel like it showed you what you needed to see. I didn't need to watch a 20-minute scene of him at the Grammys winning the Grammys. You just needed a clip of it, like Michael Jackson won 7 Grammys that night. It's a 2-minute thing you need to see. Had it hit every sort of beat of his life from 1979, I think, when the film started, or maybe even earlier, right up to like 1988, the film would have been about 20 hours long. You can't cram that much story into one motion picture, a movie. But I feel like it hit what you needed to know to get from where the film starts to where it ends. The music in it, of course, fans, it's Michael Jackson's music. It's all the original music. The dance, Jafar Jackson in it, and you might scoff at this. I think he should be not nominated for I'd nominate for an Oscar, because at the end of the day, being an actor is transforming into a character. For parts in that film, I genuinely thought I was watching Michael Jackson on screen. His mannerisms, even his sort of the way he bites his lip when he's like getting into the music, like just little things he did that are so detailed, like small little things, nuances that Michael Jackson does, and he was nailing every single one of them. And I was just like, wow, that's like incredible how he's doing that.
I'm not scoffing. I'm not scoffing at that. That sounds wonderful.
The dance, all the dance routines on point. I loved the score to the film, just the background music when the scenes were playing, where it would play like little clips from his music just in the background. So it'd be just like, it's hard to explain. Just like the score, not the music, the score would play like little cues from his songs as it's going along.
Shut the fuck up.
And then
Sorry.
it would and then it would go into the song. So it was always like hyping you up for the next like big song that was going to happen in the film. I thought Coleman Domingo he's brilliant. He seems to be brilliant everything I see him in. He was amazing as his dad in the film. I loved it. I walked out on an absolute high. There's only been 2 films that's happened with me this year. It was Project Hail Mary and Michael. I walked out the cinema gassed, like so happy. But it doesn't go. It doesn't even utter one word about any sort of allegations or anything along that, because the film stops at its height of his popularity. The film just stops, and then it comes up. Slight spoilers: his story will continue, whether that in a sequel, whether that's just saying
It's not a spoiler.
His story will continue. I don't know, but it leaves you when Michael Jackson is at his peak of popularity. That's where the film finishes.
You haven't spoiled anything. We all knew
No.
that before because they already revealed that was how it's going to go. So you haven't spoiled anything. But I'm hoping
if you lads have any questions you want to ask me about the film, and I won't spoil anything for you, like if this is in it or that might not be in it, feel free. I don't want to. If you're not interested in seeing the film, that's fair. But if there's something stopping you from seeing it, if you want to ask something,
there was one thing, but you've already answered it really. About the 80s. I wanted to know if he actually does get full on white, but I know that doesn't happen because
it does. It does. There's scenes in it that touches upon. What's the illness called?
Vitiligo.
Yeah, there's scenes in it that touches on that. There's a scenes that touches on his plastic surgery and how he was. He wanted himself to look perfect on his album covers, and because he's getting constantly photographed, and he's looking at himself thinking he's not a good looking guy, and it goes into all that sort of stuff. So, like I'm saying, there's depth to it. It's just doesn't go into the deep shit from what happened to him in the 90s.
Yeah, I get it. I'm partly happy about sorry, my Tourette's is starting to be a prick. I'm happy that it didn't fully touch on the allegation stuff, because I'm actually just like you on the subject, Paul. I don't fucking know. There's compelling evidence from all sides. I don't know. Didn't he? I don't know. I'm not going to waste time trying to answer it because I can't. All the evidence on all sides just confuse me. I don't know. Either answer makes sense to me. Either answer, so whatever. So it was always going to be controversial in that regard. But I still wanted that 4-hour cut. Apparently the original cut's like 4 hours. I want it. I want it. I want it. It's that simple. I don't even know if I'll like the 2-hour version, and I still want that 4-hour version. That's the only version I want to watch.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I read either early this morning or yesterday they've greenlit the sequel because this made mad money over the weekend. They made like 217 million in 2 days.
Predicted that.
Yeah,
it was always going to, though, because Michael Jackson's fan base, although like maybe lying dormant somewhat because he's not with us anymore, but like, and probably all the allegations didn't help, but his fan base, as you touched on, the guy was like, he was basically God in the 80s and into the early 90s. A lot of that fan base is still there. Like so the minute you hit them with like, what about this? They just come out in the droves again. So it was a no-brainer to make a film about it because it will make an absolute.
It was always going to come.
Aye. Absolutely. So I think it's just, I've not seen it yet. I'm going to see it tomorrow actually. So me and my wife are going to see my wife rarely pipes up about something, like, because I've got Limitless and I've got to sit all the time, as you guys know. And I'll just casually say, yeah, I'm going to see this, and she'll be like, cool, like no matter what it is. But then when I mentioned I'm going to go and see Michael, she was like, what? She's like, you're not going to see it. You're not going to see that without me. So it's rare when she kind of does that. So if she does take a strong interest in something, then I like to encourage it, and I'll say, like, that's cool. Like, I won't go this week. I'll put it off, and we'll go together. So we're going tomorrow. When the school's on, my mum and dad are going to get the wee one for us, so that we don't have to rush back.
what I have said
Really?
to a few people who are sort of on the fence were saying, please, if you've got any inkling of watching this film, please go and watch it at the cinema, because it is built for the cinema. Like, the screen I went to was quite packed as well. It was 10:30 in the morning, and it was rocking, and you could tell everyone was getting down with the music and that. It wasn't a disruptive audience, but you could feel that energy in the room, and you could hear people, like, you know, cheering for the bits that were popping on the screen and stuff like that. So yeah, I definitely say go watch it at the cinema. I don't know if it'll hit. I'm 100% going to buy it when it comes out, but I don't know if it'll hit the same at home. I think the cinema experience really elevated the film for me.
Is it a Blu-ray purchase or a 4K?
4K day one, still, but
Yeah,
I've got it
nice.
pre-ordered. That would have been pre-ordered. The film was shit. Because I'm one of them weird Michael Jackson.
I didn't
fans.
realize how big a fan you were of Michael Jackson, mate.
Yeah, but you can't go around telling people nowadays, can you?
That's
Yeah,
true,
no
man.
shit.
I've got my cup as well.
I was probably I like Michael, I like everyone on the same age as you, mate. So everybody liked Michael Jackson. Like, everybody impersonated him when they were a kid. Like, of people of our age. Like, I remember my mum and dad getting the Dangerous album. Like, I still remember it. Like, the cover, seeing the CD cover. That was so I kind of hit. Well, I must have heard it just because it was always on the radio and stuff. But the Dangerous album was the one that, like, I remember really listening to. You know, that had what's the one? Is it Black or White? That's got Macaulay
Black and White,
Culkin at the beginning. I like that
Yeah.
one, and Dangerous and all that. Like, that was like the one that I listened to over and over again. And I played Moonraker I had Moonraker for the Mega Drive.
Moonwalker.
Loved all
Walker.
that. Moonwalker, sorry. Moonwalker for the Mega Drive. Amazing. Like, probably shy now, but I used to love playing it. Like, the fact that you could make them all dance and all that. And that was how it was quite a novel game that, like, that you kind of took people out by kicking
magic at them.
Kicking like magic at them. Yeah. That game's a fortune as well, by the way. See if you want a copy of that. Like, it's like when I was collecting the Mega, it's a fortune to get Moonwalker.
How much is it?
So it's, I don't know. It's one of those ones that I say a fortune. It's one of those ones where they'll set you back like 50, 60 quid, probably like 100 odd quid for like a mint one with the book and everything.
Oh man.
But no, it was it was good. Like, but I don't know. Like, see that Mania that you're talking about, but probably because I was too young. I don't remember that. But to be fair, like, as I would be coming of age, you know, into like 6, 7, 8, 9, that was when he went that big lull where he didn't have any music out, and you were dining off the back catalogue. And then, you know, another 4 or 5 years, he was deep into the allegations by that point, and his stock wasn't as high anymore.
I suppose it's like saying I was alive when Batman 89 came out, but I don't remember Batmania.
Yeah, same kind of idea.
Yeah, but like I remember, like, because maybe, like I said, I don't know if I told you, I took my mum to go watch the film.
All right.
Yeah, and we went for something to eat after it, and she was saying like she forgot how big he was in like the early 80s to like mid 80s. She said there's two things she always remembers music wise: is the Beatles and Michael Jackson. But you know, there are scenes in the film where, you know, the camera will cut to people like crying in the crowd and stuff like that. And I can imagine people who aren't a big fans just like, look, why are they crying and all that? I'm like, but that is what happened. You can go watch videos online of that happening. It's crazy.
Yeah, dude, I'm fucking happy as hell though that you've had that experience. I know I won't have the same experience.
I know you won't, and I know a lot of people won't. It's the proof's in the pudding. Like, you can go online and read people's opinions on the film. People are saying IGN give it 3 out of 10. Said it's awful.
Did they?
For me, yeah. For me to give a film awful, it has to have absolute atrocious acting, nonsensical script, terrible special effect. That's an awful film to me. That when I watched on there, even if I wasn't a diehard Michael Jackson fan, I don't think I'd say I'm not a diehard Queen fan, but I don't think Bohemian Rhapsody is an awful film. It's a competent movie. You know what I mean?
Dude,
it's just
I love Michael Jackson as well.
I do feel there is a little bit of a little bit of like a smear campaign with this film. I really do, and I've got nothing to back that up because people who are getting paid to review this film won't ever admit that. But I feel there's something fishy. Like, it ain't a 27% Rotten Tomatoes movie. I'm not having it whatsoever. And I'm trying to take my bias out of it as well.
I've not seen it, obviously, but I kind of think that as well, Paul. I think that they might not come out and see it, but Michael Jackson is a very controversial person. He just is. And I don't think some of the big... I think some people, reviewers, companies, they're biased one way or the other, whether they actually say it in an interview or not, might come out in the score. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think the people that are a bit biased towards like that he maybe was guilty and just wasn't, that they're the ones that are screaming for, oh, why isn't this cut? Why isn't that in it? Why they want to kind of see that element exposed. And I get that, I understand that, but like, and you get into this. There's no way you're getting Jafar Jackson in this movie, like Michael Jackson's family member in it, and all the family are involved, and that it's going to in any way paint him in a bad light. Right? That was that, of course. So you know what you're getting. You're getting an idealized version. It's going to focus on all the highs and it's going to disregard all the lows. Yeah, I was going to ask you the question: is there another one coming out? Because I've heard rumblings. Is that the case, or that they are making a part 2?
So apparently, well, I only found this out with Badger the last time we did one of these streams, that they filmed loads of the stuff to do with the controversy, and apparently there was some lawsuit involved or whatever, and they weren't allowed to use it, so they had to cut the whole lot out. Insane. Now, as you're watching the film, it doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel like a film that's sort of jigsawed together or anything like that. It feels like a competent, beginning, middle, and end. And I'm pretty sure pictures have started to leak online of him in the 90s era, Jafar Jackson, in like the Dangerous era, like pictures of him on set and stuff like that. So they filmed it. Whether they incorporate that into the second movie, we'll see, or they'll just start from scratch for the second one. I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure I read this morning or yesterday that they have greenlit the sequel, and I hope they just call it Jackson.
That'll be interesting. That's quite a cool idea. Michael and Jackson. Yeah, that'll be that's the tricky one.
Yeah, that's very
the tricky one. See how that goes. But people might turn up. That one will be super controversial. Like people will be giving that one out of 10 and all that. Yeah, that'll I don't know. You'll get people coming out and giving it 10 out of 10. There'll be people giving it 1 out of. There'll be people wanting to reopen the fucking inquiry into him and all that.
Yeah.
They'll be like, but it'll make it an event. Like it'll be one of those ones. People,
will they or won't they?
people will want to go and see it. Like, and it'll become one of these kind of like cinema things where like it gets a huge box office because it's a talking point and people want to see it so that they can talk about it at work and all that kind of shit.
Yeah,
but I'm looking forward to it. I know it's safe and I know it's not going to dive into anything controversial, but like you say, see the biopic, musical biopic genre. It makes bank, and that's why they keep making them for like all these different, and they're entertaining. Kind of like there's a formula to them, and it's just how they execute it is ultimately depends on how good it's going to be.
Even with like Rocket Man, like I enjoyed Rocket Man as well, but that skipped over a lot of stuff that Elton John talked about in his book, and it just in interviews that they were like there's stuff that they couldn't use in the film. Straight Out of Compton, there's stuff they couldn't use in that film. There's stuff with them lads in the NWA that there's no chance they could have used in the film because they wouldn't have been allowed to.
Exactly. Dre was hitting his wife, man.
Yeah, that's not mentioned once in the whole film. Do you know what I mean?
No,
but no one talked about that.
No, exactly.
You're going to run into this stuff, though, aren't you? When you're dealing with real life people, you're going to run into stuff that's sensitive. Lawsuits getting taken out, stuff that can and can't be spoken about, and all that. But I think, speaking about musical biopics, I actually think the Robbie Williams movie is like so good, like as a getting away from the formula and like the making it, the way that film was made and the way it tackled a musical biopic, amazing. Like to me, that's better than anything. Better than Bohemian Rhapsody, all that. Like I'm a bit of a Robbie Williams fan, right? And I've said it on camera and fuck. So like, but I appreciate he's just not that big. Like he's compared to Michael Jackson, compared to Queen, like the guy's nothing. So it was like the sad thing was absolutely fantastic concept of how to deliver a biopic, but just about someone who was only famous in the UK. So, but for some reason they threw money at it, and really wanted it to work. I don't know if it was the novelty factor of how they were delivering it. They thought would obviously transcend boundaries. The boundary being that not everybody likes. The only people in the UK like Robbie Williams, largely speaking. But yeah, I don't think that film gets the plaudits. You should watch it. It's amazing. Like if you like 90s Britpop, it's good because it not only covers Robbie Williams, but it kind of covers that whole scene, you know, like the kind of 90s Britpop scene. So I think there's stuff to take from it, even if you're not really into Robbie Williams.
I'm a
But
fan of him
if you
as well,
appreciate film, you'll take something from it. Just, I mean, how they got like the fact that he's a monkey for a start, and like the performances are great, the set pieces, the musical choreography, given that again it's a CGI like ape. I know it's a guy playing him, but and it's moving as well, like it's proper moving at the end. So I would recommend seeing Robbie Williams to anyone, even people that aren't fans of it.
Nice. I want to watch that film.
Of him.
I heard it.
Yeah,
Pretty-
same.
I
I
heard
don't
it's
know why I
pretty
haven't watched it, to be fair.
good. I know it's for free on
think it's on
Amazon
Prime.
Yeah, it is. It is for free on
yeah,
Prime. But I don't want to watch it that way. I don't want to watch a compressed image of a film like that. I'd rather get the 4K and try it first time. I just would, because if you stream it on a big ass TV like mine, it's just gonna look ass. I know it will. I want to properly experience the crispness of it. That's what I want to experience. Do you reckon it's a 4K purchase?
I don't actually own it myself, even though I've just waxed lyrical about it. But I seen it in the cinema. I was probably the only guy that's seen it in the cinema. Me and all the 50-year-old British moz that were there for the Take That movement and all that. Yeah, I don't know, mate. I think it's more about the sound than the visual. Yeah,
I meant
don't
that
think,
too. I meant that too.
I don't know what sounds on the standard Blu-ray. I would make sure if you've got the setup, like, because it's obviously music, it's a musical biopic, then I make sure it's whoever's got the Atmos. But I would no, to answer your question, do I think it needs a 4K Blu-ray purchase? Maybe not. But then I've not actually seen the 4K Blu-ray, so maybe if I've seen it, I'd be like, oh, definitely, it's amazing at that. But just based on seeing it once in the cinema, I think you'd get away with just the Blu-ray.
Nice. I didn't even know you saw it in the cinema. That sounds fun, man. Sounds like madness. I mean, I've seen one scene from the film, and that was the rock DJ part, and I was like, holy shit, that was a fucking fun scene when they're just running around.
Yeah, that is good. Yeah,
I remember staying up to like 10 o'clock at night on MTV trying to get the uncut version of that because they always used to cut it out in the day.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he starts tearing all his flesh off and stuff.
Yeah.
That was the first DVD my mother ever bought when DVDs were brand new. That was on DVD. You couldn't look up YouTube videos back then and just watch any music video. You had to buy a DVD of it. And yeah, it was just a DVD of it. It was mental. It was exciting.
Honestly, give it a watch. It'd be interesting to see now that, because you've seen Michael, Paul, and you've seen Bohemian Rhapsody and all those, and the Elton John one, which I liked. It'd be interesting to see what you thought of it in comparison. I mean, I know Michael's going to be your favourite because it's like that's your man, but interesting to see if you respected what they did with it, kind of thing. Having seen all those other ones.
Yeah, it's hard with the Michael film because, like I said, it's hard to take the bias out of it because it was extremely pandering to me, and I fucking ate the shit up from start to finish. Do you know what I mean?
For the record, by the way, I just want to throw this out there. I am kind of in your boat as well, Paul. Because even though I might not come across as it, trust me, I love Michael Jackson. I grew up with his stuff. My mother had his stuff on DVD. I was watching his music videos all the time on that DVD as a child. One of the when I was 11 years old and I played GTA Vice City, one of the first bloody songs that came on was Billie Jean. It was awesome, but it's fucking rad. Like me on that pink moped driving by, you know what I mean? I was having a right laugh. Dude, I love his stuff. I really am a big time Michael Jackson fan of his music. I just love it. So I do think that part of me will be pampered big time. So
you've also got a lot of a bigger film brain than me though, so I just fucking sit there and go like, I don't care.
How do I have a
Just
bigger film
Give
brain
me
than
the
you?
give me the fucking music, man.
How do I have a bigger film brain than you? I mean, to be fair, that is
because
a
I
massive
can watch
mistake.
shite and enjoy it.
Over there, I own Doom 2005 on 4K Blu-ray. Okay,
Yes, that's because it's a fucking phenomenal film.
Right, off he
It is
goes.
not. No, please.
There we go. So suddenly, just like that, we'll call that my penicillin. Do you know why? Do you know why? It's just like that. At the click of a button, there went away my pain in the ass. Just like that, nice and easy. Right.
The
Now,
Rock should have got an Oscar for Doom.
we said some things out of anger, and I'm willing to let bygones be bygones. Now we got some messages here about Michael. Yeah, Lee said
Smart machine.
they completely missed out the whiz. Lots of legal stuff messed up. What
I
they
did take some before the film as well, and that's probably made it better for me.
You're gonna get kicked off in a minute, boy. Lots of legal stuff messed up. Well, messed up what they could show. Unfortunately, yeah, damn. It was great in IMAX, nicely. At the end of the day, a film is made to entertain. It succeeded on that. True, it would have elevated it if they explored more personal moments. It needed to be longer. Yeah, fairly. Both young and adult Michael were great. The audience in my screening were actually quiet and respectful. Oh, that's nice. People were bopping along, though, and most stayed until credits ended for the music. Right there, you know, you got a winner. If they're just hanging around just to listen to the
I did.
credits. There we go. Wicked, man. Wicked. Michael Jackson was number one for me, Queen number two. It's been good to see biopics of both in recent years. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. They just need to do a proper one of Bob Marley, because what we got was penis.
Yeah, that was a big.
I've not seen that one.
What's the word? Yeah, that wasn't that great. I was excited.
Nah, man. Nah. That was pure penis, my friend. Hey lads, that's it. Hello, Jordan. How you doing, brother? Hey lads, just pop in to say hello. So more anticipated. Oh, Mortal Kombat 2 or the new Street Fighter? Sorry if this has been discussed. We haven't discussed it yet, although we did on the last stream, but Andy wasn't there for it. For me, it's definitely Mortal Kombat 2 all the way out of those two. What about you, Paul?
Yeah, probably more. I'd say I'm a bigger Street Fighter fan in game wise than Mortal Kombat, but I am really not too sure on this Street Fighter movie from what I've seen so far. Mortal Kombat 2 looks like it's sort of more of the same from the 2021 film, which to me was the 2021 Mortal Kombat movie for me was a bit of a disappointment, only because I overhyped it in my head. My expectations for that film were so high, just because I was like, you have the ability with Mortal Kombat here now to make the raid of a video game. And considering it's called Mortal Kombat and it's about martial arts, the martial arts in it are fucking horrendous. The fight choreography isn't great. The way the fights are edited are awful. But I would be lying if I said I've probably seen that film about 8 times since it's released. The Mortal Kombat, because I do like Mortal Kombat. Same with the Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. I know when I'm watching it, it's shite, but I've watched it loads just because I'm like, this is what I'm getting. This is what I've got. This is all I'm getting. So I try and embrace it. So yeah, I'm going around in circles here. I'm more excited for Mortal Kombat than Street Fighter.
I still want to see Street Fighter though. Oh, it looks hilarious. Please be trashy fun. What about you, Andy? What about you?
I'm kind of probably on the fence between the two of them. Like, I still haven't watched. I'm excited for both of them. I still haven't watched the trailer for Mortal Kombat. I've seen the trailer for Street Fighter and not the trailer for fucking Mortal Kombat 2. I don't know why I haven't looked at it. But I like Carl Urban. I like the first one. I bought the first one in 4K and I enjoyed it. I understand all the criticisms with it and what the complaints were and stuff. I'm not like a total Mortal Kombat fanboy. I am of that age demographic. I grew up playing them and stuff when I shouldn't have been and all that. So I was there for the hype and all that. But yeah, I wasn't really expecting anything from the first one. I just kind of went to see it. hello. Sorry, maybe once. What is it? What are you after? Are you shy? You want to
Feels
sleep
like
with me?
Mortal Kombat.
What do you like, Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter?
And the sheep color.
Go on, Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, come on.
That is the key for
Street Fighter?
Yeah.
There you go, Street
Yeah.
Fighter, there's my answer.
Come on.
No, so I think because, like what Paul said, I think Mortal Kombat 2 is going to be more of the same, but maybe addressing a lot of the fan criticisms.
Mhm.
It's okay, monkey.
Daddy.
Almost got a bigger tongue than me.
But I
Jesus
think,
Christ.
Street Fighter looks like it absolutely knows what it is. Like it looks almost like a live action cartoon that it's just going to kind of take the piss out itself. Paul's more of a Street Fighter fan, so maybe that's not what like diehard Street Fighter fans want. Maybe they want a more serious, edgy take. But I think like Cody Rhodes with the ridiculous hair and all that, and like the kind of the silliness of it is like it's kind of doing it for me though. I'm like, that's what I want. I kind of want like a remake of the 90s one, which was also just totally stupid. So I don't know. I'm more intrigued about Street Fighter because I don't know how that's going to actually come off. Whereas I know what Mortal Kombat 2 is going to be like. But that's not to say I'll be in. First opportunity I get to see it at the cinema, I'm there to see.
I would love it if this Street Fighter come out and it was absolutely critically applauded and just everyone was just raving, getting 10 out of 10s everywhere. Everyone's raving about it. I know I don't know for a fact, of course, but it ain't gonna. But I'd love it. I'd love it. That sort of a film like that to just come out to absolute praise across the world.
To be fair, we kind of went through that with that first Sonic movie. I mean, not that it was loved, but it was very well liked, which is a big deal compared to what people anticipated it to be.
Yeah.
Man.
Are
How
you
good
gonna,
was Coleman Domingo in Michael? In Michael, by the way. Stole the show in The Running Man for me too. What an actor! I wouldn't know, but yeah.
I was actually introduced to Coleman Domingo in a Fear the Walking Dead TV show, and he was the best part of that. And every time I've seen him in anything else after that, hello. Every time I've seen him in anything else after that, he's always been the standout. Like John said, he was the standout in The Running Man. He was one of the standouts in the Jacko film. He's just one of them actors. Every time I see him, I'm like, he like just commands the screen. He's awesome.
Nice. Yeah, nice, man. Glad that you dug it too as well, Jordan. That's awesome. IGN just gave Hokum a 4. Michael is at least a 7, so Hokum should be great. To be fair, Hokum's been fucking getting mad praised for quite some people actually. So yeah, I'm checking that out soon as well. So yeah,
horror's a crazy genre, innit? Because it's like you either like it or you don't.
Yeah, man.
And everyone, it's the only other genre apart from comedy that people can just swing one way or the other with it. It's crazy.
Yeah, kind of violently. Yeah.
Yeah. We were speaking earlier before you come on, Andy, about that Undertone. You know, like the podcast one.
Yeah.
You've seen the A24, mate. I watched that last night.
I've not seen it. No.
I watched it last night, mate. Went to bed last night, scared. Not over exaggerating. I'm not. I'm not over exaggerating. I've not had an experience of a horror film like that in years, where I've gone to bed nervous.
Mm-hmm. So you don't want to watch it, Andy? There's already been.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's now on my blacklist, mate. That's
but Badger and Al Jordan, there, Movie Worm, both didn't like it. I was just like, it's so weird. Such a weird.
No, would there? I don't hate.
Yeah, no, but like, did it scare you? Did you go to bed like shitting your pants?
Oh fuck no.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I went to bed nervous, mate. It was such a bizarre film. It was so got under my skin so much. It's weird, man.
Nice.
Has it been well received, like by critics and stuff?
Polar, different. Again, people are saying scariest film of the year. People are saying fucking fell asleep watching it. It's crazy. Like,
do you not think there's an element of maybe I'm just being cynical of humanity here? But do you not think the minute a film gets touted as scariest film of the year, scariest film I've ever seen, that just baits people to come out and say, "No, didn't scare me at all." Like, there are people that just want to say that to be like, almost to wear it as a badge of honor that someone else has said this is really scary. So if I just say it wasn't scary at all, it makes me like this kind of like horror badass. I think there's a wee element of that. No, I'm not saying that. I've not seen your review, Badger. I'm not like saying that's what you did, but I definitely think it's red rag to a bull when someone says like this is the scariest film ever, or and not just horror, but if someone says this is the best film ever, then you're going to have people coming out, even if it maybe
it
is a contender for best film ever.
Yeah.
You're going to have people that will come out and just will not agree with that and just want to run 100 miles in the other direction. You know,
I don't know.
It's
I
the-
don't. Go on.
I was going to say, it's the scariest film I've watched this year, but easy.
Mm.
I've probably seen about 5 or 6 2026 horrors. But like, I walked out of Bone Temple, it didn't fucking scratch the itch. Walked out of Lee Crone's The Mummy, didn't scratch the itch. A couple of others that have come out. This one had me nervous watching, man. I was so on edge for 90 minutes straight.
Bone
What?
Temple's
Yeah.
not scary. Like, that's
No, but it's
coming
touted
from
as
me,
horror
and I'm saying
film,
it's not
isn't
scary. It's I get it deals with horrific themes, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not a film that
I'll be back,
settles
guys.
and scares.
I'll
you
be
know?
back shortly. I'll be back shortly. Just going to the bathroom. Right, won't be long.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
But yeah, it was.
in my opinion.
It was because I watched it. I rented it last night, 10 o'clock at night. Mrs. had gone to bed. Turned the lights off. Got in the mood and everything. And I just watched that, mate. I was nervous. Like, the sound design for this film. If you're an audio fan, a fan of audio in anything, movies, TV, just music in general, the audio to this film is fantastic. Like, I probably haven't got the same setup as you in terms of like surround sound. I've got sort of a middle of the road 5.1. It's probably the best use I've had of that 5.1 with this film that I've had from in a while of any other films, because there was sounds coming from that corner, behind me, like the sound. And there was parts of the film where the screen would just go black, so the rooms, my living room's pitch black then, and there was just sounds coming from all, mate, there was sounds coming from over there, just little like noises. And the film's about like two podcasters who are trying to debunk paranormal stories and stuff. And these two podcasters get sent 10 files, 10 like audio clips, and it's like the audio clips are a couple trying to record demons or spirits in their house, so they're listening to a recording of people. So they play with the audio like that. So it would just have like the main character sat there, and the audio is playing through her headphones, but it's coming through your surround sound, mate. There's some eerie sounds coming out of this film.
It's giving me chills already. It's making me uncomfortable.
And there's like, without trying to spoil it, there's like a phrase that gets said in the film. It's like, you know, when the people say like, when you play like records backwards, it plays like hidden messages and stuff.
Mm.
So there's like a phrase that keeps getting played in this film. And right at the very end, there's like this, the screen goes to black just before the credits. So the screen's just all black, and this phrase just keeps getting repeated over and over and over and over. And it's coming from all the corners of the room. And in my head, I was going, please just cut to credits, because it was freaking me out. And then the credits come out. Well, maybe after the credits cut, it cut to smash the credits. And then like this happy like music started playing to like ease the tension down.
Funny release, yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was such an effective horror film, man. And I've not had that in a while with a horror film. And that's why I praised it so much. But then when I went online, people were like, I was literally reading Letterboxd, you saying I literally nearly fell asleep watching this film. I'm like, are you crazy? Like, how? Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, there's been such a polar opposite. There's people raving about it. There's people saying the same thing as me, but there's also people like on the complete other end of the spectrum.
I think you and I being similar taste of things and stuff. If you're telling me that it made you really uneasy, then I pretty much guarantee it would make me uneasy, like even more so. So it does sound good. I'm glad you enjoyed it a little bit. I have seen it getting thrown. I mean, I don't even, I don't move in those circles like in the algorithm, but even I've seen stuff about Undertone coming up. Actually, when you talked about the sound design, I seen Jimmy, like Scottish Geek guy. I think he had like, if it wasn't the actual sound engineer, it was like someone else involved in the production. Like someone actually worked on Undertone. I just seen a clip. So he's obviously not a podcast, but I seen like a 30-second snippet, and that's what they were talking about. Basically, Jimmy was kind of praising him, saying that he's not seen that kind of effective use of sound done so well since like A Quiet Place. Like, if that makes sense, like sound design in a horror film, where it really elevates the movie. Saying that how like you could hear a pin drop in the cinema during A Quiet Place, which is really unusual for a cinema. So yeah, he was kind of saying the same thing as you in a roundabout way, saying that the sound design for Undertone was amazing and helps make it kind of thing.
Because the film only has two characters in the whole film. There's the girl, the podcaster, and her mum. And the other character in it, you don't ever see because it's the voice on the other side of the podcast. So there's literally only two characters in the entire film. So it relies a lot on you listening. So someone described it on Letterboxd as an audio drama that you watch, which I thought was quite a good way of explaining it. Because literally the scenes where the characters just sat there like that, listening to things. But then the camera, the director will just pan like that, dead slow, to like the bottom of the stairs, and the corridor's blacked out, and it'll just hold it. It'll just hold it. It just hold it and holds it and holds it, and you're like, something's going to come out of them shadows, something's going to happen, and then it'll just come back to the character still listening to these eerie audios.
Do you know a film that I think does that really well? Is Longlegs did that a lot.
Yes.
You know, deliberate framing where, you know, like maybe not necessarily moving the camera, but like it would frame. It's Micah Monroe, isn't it?
Yeah.
It would frame Micah Monroe very specifically in a way where the composition of the shot would be she would take up the foreground bit left, but there would be a window in the right hand side of the image, just a black into the black night. The framing makes you think that window's important. And he's doing that deliberately. He has no intention of putting anything in that window, but he's framing it that way just so that you're sitting there uneasy. And like, I found Longlegs like horrendous to watch for that reason. Like, I felt like it's like Osgood Perkins in that film has me over a barrel. Basically, he's like he's playing on like that you're going to fill the space with your own. Imagine, like, I don't have to show you anything. He does occasionally, but like 9 times out of 10, I'm just going to put a blank canvas up for you to fill with all your worst nightmares. That's why I can't do horror, because I have a very active imagination. Like, I'm imagining all sorts. So that was tailored to get the absolute worst out of me. Like and I went to see it, as you know, because of like the hype train and being involved with you guys kind of compelled me to go and watch it. And I'm kind of glad I did, but it was horrendous. So, like, see what you're talking about. If that film's employing some of the same visual tactics, nah. That's all I need to know.
That's the one thing I said in my sort of write-up on it was, if you've got an active imagination like myself, this film's going to do you in, because I'm the same. You can, my head was racing, like what's there, and just filling in the blanks and just coming up with horrendous shit in my own head. That it just, I loved it, man. I thought it was one of the best horror films I've seen in a few years, to be fair. I thought it was fantastic.
I'm jealous, man. I'm jealous. I really wish I liked it that much, man. I really do.
What was the letdown? I've not seen it, but I'm just curious to know what let it down for you, Badger.
Well, I'm trying to think about it, like what I said earlier to Paul. I said I've already explained it at the start of the stream. Don't worry, I'm okay with saying it again. I'm just trying to think of a better way of putting it, because I kind of sucked at explaining it earlier. That's my point. Look, pretty much, I just didn't think there was enough meat to it. I'm all for slow-paced stuff, and I did find the mythology of the villain scary. I was nervous watching it at times, but by the time I got to the end, I thought the payoff wasn't really truly worth it, and there were some reveals that I thought were a bit too open, too vague. There's like no spoilers. There is a twist in the film that does leave it up to your imagination if it's there, if it's not. But about if this is that, I'm not going to say what it is. But I thought it was irritatingly vague. I actually wasn't into it. If I'm honest with you, I didn't like that.
I-
I just don't think there was enough substance to it. That's all.
To be fair, I did put in my letterbox thing that the ending was very ambiguous, and I can see people not enjoying it. That probably what has dropped it down for me when I was like trying to do me famous star ratings that don't mean shit. But that is what dropped it. Yeah, that's what dropped it down was the ending. The payoff wasn't amazing, but I remember just sitting there after it finished and watching them credits roll. I was just there like going, I've not watched a horror like that for a while. That's really like scared me. That's the job of the film.
That's wicked, man. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah.
It's been a while for me. The last time I saw a new film that scared me was Smile, which fucked me up. That film fucked me up. Jesus Christ.
See, that did nothing for me. It's scary wise. Like I enjoy the film. I love both of them, but it did nothing. I didn't.
Yeah, that first one fucked me, mate. That first one fucked me. Nah, man, that first one.
I've heard there's some cracking jump scares across the two of them.
That's not being scared, though, is it? That's cheap.
No, it depends. It depends on how you do a jump scare. If it's constantly false, then yes.
People say they're cheap, but they scare me, man. I hate them.
No, but it's just it's like going off a dip on a roller coaster. Like, it's like that. Then you're fine again. Like I feel like for a horror film, for it to be really it's got to stay with you.
No, there were some jump scares that do that for me. Like Signs, that jump scare in Signs with the alien appears in the news report.
That is a good one. That stayed with me for 20 years.
Yeah, same. Yeah, fucked me up when I saw that as a kid.
Is that when the alien walks across the
right? Fucked me right up. So yeah, it's stuff like that can work. And with Smile, it wasn't just about the jump scares; it was just the concept in general and the acting. All of it just fucked me up.
Yeah.
That film caught me off guard. It didn't even ask permission, man. It just fucked me. It just came up and surprised the hell out of me. I was watching that like I wanted it to be fucking over and done with, but I loved it. I did love it. The Undertone just didn't have that effect on me, but I don't hate it though. If it was like, if I rated it out of 10, it's like a 5.5, maybe a 6 out of 10. I don't hate it. It's not a bad film. I've seen bad films.
Who is behind it? Who's it?
Oh, it's a new person, new director. I can't remember.
For A24.
Yeah, brand new one. Real quick, we got some comments. From Lee, Fear the Walking Dead was the first thing I saw Common Domingo in, too. He definitely commanded the screen. Loved his line, to the victor goes the spoils. The guy is a standout in every role. Nice. From Ellis, evening lads, sorry couldn't be on tonight. Totally agree with Paul. Undertone was great. Nice, man. Watched it with headphones on, as did I, which definitely enhanced the experience. Yeah.
Fuck that. That's like 4DX of a horror film. That means not a chance.
I watched it with headphones on as well. I was like, holy shit. It was creepy. Lee says the Undertone was great acoustically. I'd love binaural. What? Binaural. I don't know how to say that. Sorry.
I can't say that either. Binaural.
That's because you're Scottish, Andy. How do you say it? How do you say it?
Purple burglar alarm.
I'd love a binaural soundtrack on the 4K release. The ending kind of left me a bit divided on it, though the atmosphere and build up was great. Fair play, man.
If he's talking about the, I wonder if he's meant to have wrote ambience.
Yeah, I've looked it up.
Okay, fair play.
It means relating to or involving both ears simultaneously.
Okay.
Playing 3D immersive audio techniques that simulate natural spatial hearing through headphones.
Okay, see, that's what happens when you talk smart to a load of imbeciles right there, man.
we have to Google it.
Exactly. Look at you, Lee. Callous, capricious, irascible, pernicious, and cantankerous. You turd. Go away.
And it's pronounced.
Go on.
Binaural.
See, you're not helping things, Andy, because you said binaural. See, you're rolling the R's. You're making it worse, man. You got to do it right. Undertone felt like all foreplay and no climax. Oh,
I couldn't have been doing no foreplay while watching that.
I would not be getting up during that, man. No way.
The problem is there is a motherfucker out there who would have
I'd
that.
be struggling
reaction.
to find it.
Well, speaking of scary stuff, I'd like to switch the topic real quick to a big deal, a fucking colossal deal that happened yesterday, I believe. It was finally announced officially. The video game Alien Isolation 2 is on its way. Incredibly huge news for me because I goddamn love that game. It's one of my favorite horrors, one of my favorite movie-based games. It just means everything to me. Easily my favorite Alien game as well. I am pumped for this. It was announced yesterday, and I could not believe after all this time we finally got the news. Yeah,
That's
I want
about
to
10
talk
years,
about
is it?
it.
More than that.
Yeah,
11.
11 years. 11 years. Yeah, man. It was almost going to be like a Half-Life 3 situation where like we didn't think we'd ever get it. But yeah, it's actually happened, and I am so bloody pumped for it. So yeah, I want to talk about it. I want to talk about that bad boy. Andy, I know you're not too familiar with it, are you? So I guess we can't talk about
I
it
know.
forever.
I've never played it. I've not even played the first one.
I don't
Shamefully.
think you should.
I do mean to, but I just obviously you know what I'm like, so I haven't. But I kind of want to because I do like the franchise and all that.
I still don't recommend it. It scares the fuck out of me.
I've seen footage of it, like people shitting themselves. Like, it doesn't look as bad as like some other stuff that I wouldn't play. But again, that's easy for me to say watching like footage of it. Maybe different when you're.
I'll put it this way: Resident Evil Requiem's like playing Super Mario World compared to Alien
Is
Isolation.
that right? Is it that bad?
Yeah.
It's possibly, I don't know, but it might be the scariest game I've ever played. It's
Super Mario World.
Wait, not Super Mario World. I'm not talking about that. Alien Isolation. It's either Alien Isolation or the first Outlast. I honestly can't pick between those two. Out of all the games that scared me the most, it's either Isolation or Outlast. I can't pick between those two.
What's so scary about it?
Wait, how long's
Like
a bit
what?
of string? Like, it's goddamn scary as shit.
I think the one thing that I found absolutely terrifying in the game was the sound design is impeccable, especially if you're wearing headphones. Like the sound design absolutely has you on edge. Anything, any sort of nook, little steam pipe, whatever, absolute on pins. The alien design is impeccable. The AI, the programming of the alien, where it's constantly stalking you the whole game, on edge, can come from anywhere. It's not scripted. Come from anywhere.
Is it just the one alien, like the boss,
Yeah.
like the boss film? But you're just trying to like.
For the most part.
Okay.
There's like a section in the middle where there's no alien stuff and you're mainly fighting robots. People hated that in many ways. I love that bit. I love it. Yeah. So I'm not complaining. But the alien stuff is the best stuff, absolutely.
And I think the fact that it has you on edge because you have to manually save in this game, whether you don't have to do that in many games these days, you just auto, so you have to get from one point to another without
you can't just
dying.
Turn it off when it suits you. Yeah.
And when you manually save, you have to wait for like 10 seconds whilst it's saving because it's set in the 70s. So it's like
whilst
analog.
It's still cutting about.
It's not set in the 70s. It's not.
Do you know what I mean? No, it's like it's 70s. Like analog-y tech, alien tech, if you like.
What is it they call that again? They've got a name.
Futuristic retro. So you go to save, you put your thing in the save drive, and then you have to wait like 7 to 10 seconds, and anything could happen in that 7 to 10 seconds.
You could get killed, so then you lose it.
Yeah,
it's scary. It's terrifying, but I'm not even going to spoil it, but it's the. I'm not spoiling it, but there's a section later on in the game that just terrifies the fuck out of me. Where actually, wait, it's not a spoiler now. That's not a spoiler. I'll just say this: it's not a spoiler. Nest. That's all. That's all I'll say. There's a nest section. Yeah. It's not a spoiler. That's basic fucking alien. That's basic alien shit. That's not really a spoiler. Nest section is the worst part of the game and one of the most uncomfortable experiences I've ever had in the game. Fucked me right up. Yeah, it's immaculate in every way. Well, yeah, all that scary stuff. It is what was it? The way the alien stalks you, you never know where the fucker is going to be. That's horrible. But the
It's a
sound
challenge
design,
as well.
no, yeah,
That's why I think Andy might like it. It's a challenging game. Like
Oh,
you've got to
yes.
think, you got to plan your routes and stuff like that.
the
Yeah.
I might give
When
it
it
a
comes
go.
to-
See,
when it comes to the sound design, what made the sound design amazing was how it tricked you. And no matter how many times I play it, I never get used to the tricks. I always get tricked because
Mhm.
whenever the alien senses you or sees you, it will hiss at you. It'll make a nasty, loud hissing noise. But every now and again, when you're walking around, a pipe will burst and steam will come out of it, or a door will open and then and it
Yeah.
makes me think, oh shit, it's a xenomorph, like something's looking at me hissing. It's horrible, man. It's just a horrible experience. It's not perfect. I got big problems with it, but
Same.
I still love it. I still love it. It's a
it's
great
from
game.
Sega, isn't it? It's just kind of unusual.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'm currently taking a break from YouTube, kind of like when it comes to making long reviews. So that's why my Alien content won't be out for a while. But so far, I have done a long ass review of the first Alien movie and of Alien Isolation. They're both quite long, and analyzing the hell out of them. So they will be out this year. But I just need to work on the next 3 videos.
And the video for Alien Isolation was fantastic. Could you give me a sneak peek?
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, man. Yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, I
Great
forgot
video.
about that.
Yeah, I
Thank you.
loved it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I showed you that ages ago. Fuck
Mm.
yeah, that's how long.
So the
you've been in
Isolation
the
one's not out yet, but you've made some of it. I filmed some of it.
Yeah, no, I've finished the video. It's there in the pipeline. It's just there waiting to be published, along with my review of the first Alien movie. But
I think we were
released-
talking about it, weren't we? And you said I can show you the video. I can show you it, but it won't go up on YouTube yet. And yeah, it was
Exactly.
great.
So
I
you've
think
seen
it
it
was
all?
wasn't it around. I think it was around the time Alien Earth had just started, and we were talking about
You're
Alien.
right.
Then on it, yeah.
You're right. Yeah. I've had some of them ready for a while, but I need to finish my review of Aliens, Alien 3, and then Alien Resurrection. Then I'll release them bit by bit in a bulk. But well, not entirely in a bulk. I've just been bit by bit in a sequence. But I can't do it now because I'm too busy. I'm too busy writing for my comic book and stuff and my other projects. So I don't have the time for it. But when I do get the time for it soon, it's coming. It's coming. But mad passionate about it. Mad passionate. And you bet your butt I'm going to be reviewing Isolation 2. Oh, you bet your butt.
It's a game that fans have been clamoring for years. People are like, when is the second one coming? Like, because it was really well reviewed, and I think it sold quite well as well. I think there was a couple of big publishers that give it. I think IGN's famously known for giving it like a 4 out of 10, and people like saying that is
5.9.
wrong. Yeah, something
5.9.
daft, and people are like, that is wrong.
Mhm.
It ain't a 10 out of 10, but it ain't no 5 out of 10, man. Because it's as close to being in an Alien film as you can get in a video game. Like, it is fantastic. I've got problems with it as well. I think the first game is far too long. For a survival horror game, you're talking like 20 plus hours, and that's too much.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's long, and there's parts of it feel like it's dragging.
Absolutely, it's the third act. The third act is a real disappointment. After that nest sequence, it does go downhill because it should offer new gameplay variety, and it doesn't. Not really, not much. And it's just so much slogging and walking and stuff. It gets tedious. It does.
Yeah, you're just like, I want to get to the end.
And then on top of that, it ends terribly. It has a terrible, unsatisfying ending, which is why we've been clamoring for an ending to continue that ending. A sequel to continue that ending. Yeah, it's very frustrating. It's not perfect, but I still love it. For the record, though, I'm actually quite pissed off at how famous IGN got for that review, because at the end of the day, I strongly disagree with that review, but I don't think it should make them infamous. It's just an opinion. I think people need to fucking chill. It's just an IGN guy who had a difference of opinion. I'm not fussed by it like everyone else was. I just disagreed with him. That was it.
But I I think the problem with them sort of they don't for me, but I think the problem with them sort of big publishers is that they do influence people. You know, people will go to IGN. They're known for the big game reviews. People look at them thinking, "Do I want to spend my money on this game?" IGN pretty much told them no.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that is a game that people should have paid money for.
Absolutely. Well, it did successful enough. It was successful enough, but still, I think people should learn to take it with a pinch of salt. I don't think it's like, dude, if I worked for IGN, I would destroy IGN's reputation with my review of John Wick 4 or Oppenheimer or like there's loads of popular things out there that I'm not a fan of, and people would like one person's opinion shouldn't fuck up everything like that did. It's just insane. Yeah, I don't think that review deserved all that hatred. I just strongly disagreed with it. That was it. I don't think it deserved.
It's dead funny. Every time you see something get bad review in IGN that people are loving, go to the comment section now. Every single time, but like these are the same people who give Alien Isolation or whatever the fuck they give them.
Mm-hmm.
What else? They gave something else a shocking low score recently. Michael as well, but like what?
Yeah, Michael.
There was something else though. Really,
they did it with Terminator Resistance. They did it with Terminator Resistance, which was stupid. I love that game. Yeah, I can't remember what else it was.
Oh, they've made some. I see that comment that's popping up there. But
that
yeah,
Crimson Desert.
Well.
Crimson Desert, they give it a 6, and they even said in the review they hadn't even finished the game.
And then they came out and changed the review, which I think is kind of pointless. Like,
yeah,
I get why they do it because it's to be fair to the developers and stuff. Like if
She-Hulk wasn't
if they have changed their opinion, it's a bit unfair to keep it like there, and it might be influencing people when it doesn't even reflect what they actually think anymore. So I get that, but why don't you just wait? Why do you just play the whole fucking thing and then review it? You know, people will wait. Like when you're IGN, you don't have to be forced out the trap because you're IGN. You know, like it's not like you're some like little guy trying to make it on YouTube who's to be out first. But, you know,
excuse me.
Just wait a week and then review it and give us a proper one, and don't make yourself look stupid because you've not actually played it.
Yeah, man. It is what it is, man. I remember when I was talking to you earlier, like privately, Paul, you came up with some cool ideas for what you wanted to see in the sequel. So can you explain what you'd like to see?
For Alien Isolation 2? Well, so, so they released the teaser trailer yesterday. We knew it was coming. I think they announced it was been in development for a while, either last year or the year before. So we knew it was coming, but obviously yesterday being it Alien Day, they released the teaser. And it was literally like 30 seconds. And when they first released it, I thought it was, when I first started watching the trailer, I thought it was a remaster of the first game.
Yeah.
And it's just like, all it is just sort of like familiar Alien sound effects. And then a door opens, like a hangar door. And then you see like what looks like LV-426 from the second Alien film, like the planet's all rock with the rain and everything. And straight away I was like, that looks like Aliens. That looks like the second film, not the first one, which the first game is very much in that camp of the first movie. I said to Badger earlier, this needs to come out. They need to market this when they very first released the logo as Alien Isolation, but then it changes to S, so it just says Aliens Isolation. Bit like James Cameron did with Alien and put the S on the end for the sequel, that Aliens. Because if they're going to do a sequel, they need to go bigger, and that's exactly what they did with the movies. The only problem is that first game is very much based on one alien coming after you. That's the whole point of the game. I feel like that might get diluted if there's multiple aliens, and if it starts giving you sort of like colonial marine weapons and stuff from the get-go. I hope they do. I think they're clever enough that they'll still be able to keep the core elements of what made the first game so good, but build on it with maybe like little set pieces where you do get a gun, you are fighting multiple ones, but then switch back to just being sort of stalked. Maybe they'll have 2 coming after you. If they go down the route of you might be playing somebody who survived Hadley Hope before the Marines and Ripley went back down. So I don't know where they're going to go story wise, but I hope they bring back Amanda Ripley again. They've used her quite a bit in the Dark Horse comics, where they've already sequelized Alien Isolation in comics, where they've teamed her up with Marines and a character called Zulu Hendrix. That is a female colonial Marine. They're actually really good comics, to be fair. But I'll presume they'll just retcon them if they're making a sequel to the first game. I don't know, but yeah, I hope they carry on her story, and I would very much like them to go into the wheelhouse of the second game, the second film. Sorry.
I'm kind. Oh, sorry. Go on, Andy. Go on.
I was just going to say, if they've been paying close attention to the Resident Evil series, they've kind of got the blueprint there. I like, not to make Requiem, but like they've got. It's like Paul said, because that is like the films obviously went Alien and then famously Aliens, and it was a great sequel because it didn't really try to sequelize the first. It just changed it into like a kind of science fiction action film. Went bigger and better, and they're two completely different films, albeit set within the same franchise. So I wonder if like it would be a romantic idea to do the same thing with Isolation. You know, like right, it was all about fear and being stopped, and very much took our cues from what made the first film scary. So what made the second movie great was like, you know, dialing it up and making it more action oriented. So they could completely bait and switch and just come out with like a first person shooter that's like not got much stealth in it at all. But I think the sensible thing to do would be do what they did with Requiem and say, right, people are going to expect a stealth element because that's what made the first one awesome. But they're also we're teasing LV. What was it again? 426.
426.
Yeah. 426. We're teasing LV 426. You can't really do that unless like you can't play with franchise like fans' expectation like that, because now they're going to expect, well, for a start, as you say, Aliens. Going to expect more than one, and they're going to expect more action. So I think doing a Resident Evil Requiem would be a good idea. Like maybe have two playable characters, or at the very least change their gameplay up so that you've got stalking elements, but then have some really heavy action elements. I think that'd be a kind of clever, smart. It's proven.
That'd be amazing.
Because Requiem's worked massively. And that's what that's large. That's the biggest praise, is the fact that they have dovetailed. Like they went in two different directions, but it alienated some fans. Like obviously the ones that love Resi 4 and that weren't too hot on Resi 7 and Resi 8, but the ones that thought, you know, that's great, you know, it's even scarier doing that, it's more immersive, we love this, and they went, well, how can we tie these two together, you know, and then we got Requiem. So they could easily do that with Isolation. It works, and you know, and it would make sense.
I'm a bit hit and miss with the concept. I mean, I see pros and cons with both. If you want to do a complete juxtaposition and represent what the movies did, the first two movies, you can just play the Alien games that came out after Alien Isolation. That Fire Team, Fire Elite, whatever it was called.
Yeah, that's shit.
Which aren't like though, aren't they? No, that's the danger. None of those games were particularly well received.
That was a bad game.
Late.
Oh, I heard it was okay, that one, the Fire Elite one.
There's been a few of them, isn't there?
Yeah, I heard
they're all sort of like online co-op fucking. There's no story from anything. You're just going into places and shooting aliens on it.
Well, whatever. Well, either way, you can go ahead and do that. But the thing that I'm nervous about with the concept of fighting multiple aliens and making them killable is that the Alien games that I've played, good and bad, they often don't feel, the xenomorphs don't feel like that interesting of a antagonist to fight, because they don't really feel that in the movies. They feel special, but playing the game, they're just black things.
Cannon fodder.
Yeah, exactly. They're cannon fodder. They're black things that you just shoot at. They sometimes spit acid at you. They run at you. They try and stab you with their tail or their tongue, and that's it. They're not really that special. The only thing different about them is that when you kill them, you got to make sure not to stand on their body, or you'll get acid on you. That's it. They're just cannon fodder. I'm not interested in killing them. But the reason why the xenomorph in Alien Isolation was so iconic is because you couldn't kill the fucker, So therefore, it had a completely different feel to all the other xenomorphs in other games. You couldn't kill it, so its AI was completely different. It wasn't something that you had to kill and get rid of. It had to fucking, you had to hide from it, and it was adjusting all the time around whatever decision you made. It was wicked.
You know
What?
the girl in Resident Evil?
Which one?
Andy. You know the girl, the monster in Resident Evil?
Ah, yeah,
in
yeah.
Grace's section. Think of that for 20 hours straight.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's where they got that idea from. That's where Resident Evil pulled that. I feel like that was pulled from Alien Isolation.
It's interesting you say that, because I was just looking at the timeline there. I was just looking at the wiki page for Isolation, and apparently it was originally developed as a third-person game. Like that was what they originally developed it as, and then partway through, just off wiki, partway through they realised that first person would make it more immersive, make it more claustrophobic. So then they changed it, and obviously it worked to great effect. That game came out in 2014, I think it was. 2014, 2015. Interestingly, the next Resident Evil game, pretty much in that timeline, was Biohazard, Resident Evil 7. So you wonder if they looked at that and realised that's the direction we need to go in.
100%. That's what they did.
Yeah.
100%. You can tell. I think Alien Isolation paved the way for Resident Evil 7. Easy. But what Badge is saying there, yeah, I don't want that as well, Badge. I don't want a game that feels like Halo with a Alien's skin over it. I hope they're clever enough, like Capcom did with Resident Evil, where they can, because Resident Evil did it, people were nervous that it jumped from like a slow burn section into an action section, and you'd feel like it wouldn't balance itself right. But I think Requiem did it beautifully, where the action scenes would release the tension of the slow burny stuff. And I wouldn't be surprised if they do look at it, Requiem, and think, wonder if we can do something along them lines where we can appease to the fans of the first game, but also, if like you said, if we want to go the way the films did, what do we want to do for them fans? And see, I'm interested to see. It might not even do this at all. It might just be like the first game again, just in a different area. Yeah. It might be, but if it was me, if I was making the decisions, I would definitely play a bit into that Resident Evil Requiem sort of wheelhouse where it jumps between two things. But I would still rather have more of what the first game brought, rather than me just running in, gunning aliens left, right, and centre. I would rather them be like just sort of like set piece elements to the narrative. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I can't wait for the full trailers to come out.
They're not going to do this because it's too much of a tie-in to the film as opposed to a sequel to Isolation. But like, an idea would be like you could have all the stealth creeping about stuff as like Newt. Do you know what I mean? And you're trying to avoid, and you're totally powerless, and it's kind of like play as grace. And then the reprieve from that is you're switching to the Colonial Marines, and you're obliterating shit and all that kind of stuff. And the whole point is to eventually you'll get to a point where you'll rescue Newt, kind of thing. Obviously, it's difficult because that's changing what happens in the film and all that. But you can see maybe something like that. Like you say, if they're going to set it before the events of the movie, you could have like one kind of like lone survivor that's keeping about, and maybe like the security team that were on LV 426, and we all know how it's going to end, but we don't know how it's going to get to that point, and then you could have action and stealth that way.
I'm unsure.
We might be, as you say, we might be miles off. It might be nothing like that they're planning. But
what would you do, Badger? What if you're in your head? What's the perfect Alien Isolation 2?
First of all, the only thing I really want story-wise is just a sequel, direct sequel with the same character. Because with Amanda Ripley, obviously Sigourney Weaver's daughter, in the film. Sorry, it's my Tourette's guys. Sorry, I'm trying not to fucking scream here. I can feel the itch coming, and I'm fucking mumbling, saying some wrong things. Sorry. Let me try that again. Amanda Ripley's daughter. That's who we're playing as, and the whole point of the game is that she's out there looking for her mother, trying to find out what happened. And yeah, the game ended with a great big cliffhanger, unearned as far as I'm concerned. It wasn't an earned cliffhanger. It was just fucking crap, as far as I'm concerned. So I want that story to get concluded. I want to know everything that happens in that story. I don't want it to focus on anyone else. Story wise, that's the perfect way of doing it. And gameplay wise, I know that I want the xenomorph to climb on walls and ceilings now, because they couldn't do that in Alien Isolation, which is fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, it's impressive what they managed to do with it, so I'm okay with it not having that. But I would like to see the fucker climbing on walls and ceilings. That would be cool. I think they should remove the guns, because we did have guns in Alien Isolation, and it was stupid that they couldn't kill the alien. That was stupid, because in the movies, guns worked. So I think they should remove that. So there's that. There should be a system where you get to look behind you as you're running. That should absolutely be a thing, because that was missing in the first game. And this one's a huge one for me. Although it would be terrifying, I don't want that black goo to return. I don't want them to make the black goo, but I cannot deny that it would be scary as shit if the offspring at the end of Alien Romulus was in Alien Isolation. I'd shit myself. Even I could admit that. And I don't like that fucking thing. I didn't like it in the film. But I can admit, if I'm playing the game and that big tall cunt's there, bold as hell, I'd shit myself. I'd fucking shit myself. So even I got to give him props there. But I don't want it. But I can't deny that would scare me. Yeah, definitely expand the lore. I want to see a queen. That's it. I want to see a queen. Did you hear what I said?
You'll see a queen in this.
I want to see a queen.
I'd bet a month's wage they'll put a queen alien in this game somehow.
Well, you can hear her in the first game. You can hear her in the background and during one scene. No, you can just hear it. It's just in the background at one point in the game. You can hear her scream, and you know it's definitely the queen. But yeah, that's not a big plot spoiler. I'm not spoiling anything. It's just like a little Easter egg. You can just hear her scream in the background. That's it. But you never saw a queen in that first one. So yeah, I want a queen. Okay, Sega, did you hear me? Badger Phibbs said he wanted a queen. You don't fuck about.
I'm excited, man. I can't wait for them to. I'm a bit gutted they didn't release a full trailer yesterday, but they probably haven't got enough ready to show us. They were just trying to. Alien Day was yesterday. Like, we need to give them something, or let's give them something. Let's give them. I like the fact that they've officially said, yeah, it's coming. They'd already said they're making it, but the fact that they've given us something just to say it's on the way. Fucking, I'm so excited.
I take it Sega are just like the distributors.
Is it Avalanche or something?
Is it a different studio that actually do it? Yeah.
That do it. I think so. Yeah, Sega just distributed it.
I wanted to just real quick. I wanted to say this. I mentioned it in my review of Alien Isolation. All of you haven't seen it yet. You'll see what I mean when it eventually comes out. I do say in it that what's real impressive about Alien Isolation is that the story is so fucking good. I actually do see it as canon. I can't help it. It's not a choice. Whenever I watch Alien and then Aliens, in my head, I'm always believing that the events of Alien Isolation took place between those two films. That's how much it worked for me.
It does
I
work,
think it's that awesome. I think it works that well. But one thing that is a big deal for me is that I want it one day to get an adaptation in like a TV show or something like that. I literally think this would work as a TV show, full on. I really do, really, really do. I think it would be fucking wicked if
the
they did
novel's
it.
good.
Of yeah, I heard the novel of
the novel's. I think I listened to it audio on Audible. The Alien Isolation novel's really good.
Nice, that sounds great.
I take it was a game first though.
Yeah,
was it an original idea and then the novel and the comics have all came off the game?
Yeah, so the game was the original, then they novelizationed it, and then they did like sequelized it in comics.
Comic form.
But even like I think that's where my idea for Aliens Isolation come from, because that goes more into the aliens stuff.
Right.
Obviously, you can't recreate the gameplay in a comic, so you can't just. It does to a degree. It tries to do the characters hiding, and there's little Easter eggs from the game in it. But it goes bigger. than
Mhm.
the first game.
Have you read it, Badger?
No, I haven't. But what
I'm just
I'm
curious
hearing
because you were talking about like the.
I think it's called
the-
Aliens Defiance Badger. If you want to search it up.
Okay, I might look at
The
that.
fact that the fact that it ends on a cliffhanger, or you'll be able to answer this, Paul. That the game you're telling me it ends on a cliffhanger. Does the comics answer that? Like they give their answer to it. Yeah, whether or not that'll be the definitive. Yeah.
They will
Um,
probably have to retcon it though if they're going to do a sequel to the game. I don't think it'll be set after the comics because then they'll expect people to have to have read the comics and all that.
Oh
comes
yeah, I
into
wouldn't
play then.
expect. I would expect the developers to carry off from where their game left. But I'm just curious to know: is there just in the meantime someone's put an answer to it? Is what I mean in the form of a comic. Is it satisfying?
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. There's two of them. There was 2 volumes to it: Aliens Defiance and Aliens something else. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was a great comic series. I think it's quite regarded in like the Alien fandom as one of the best sort of modern
nice.
Alien comics as well. Yeah, it's quite highly
If that's the
regarded.
case, they owe it then. The Sega owe it then. They should. If people love it, they should at least take something from those comics. They should.
I'm sure they'll
I mean,
I'm sure they'll.
I think they introduced a character. I said earlier, they introduced a character into who's a female colonial marine called Zulu Hendrix, and they implemented her into that other Aliens game that come out a couple of years ago. Is it Dark Descent or something like that? It's called. I think she's a character in that. So they've cherry picked her from the comics to put her into a game. So
okay, well, I think they should do that. That's cool. One thing I would love as well, I really want them to do an adaptation of Alien Isolation. I really do. I want them to bring it to life. I do. But one of the reasons I want it is because the game gave an explanation of a big kind of plot hole, I guess. In Aliens, the distress signal wasn't emanating like from the ship. The derelict ship wasn't pumping out the signal that lured them in the first movie. And for many people, that was a plot hole. Like, hold up, why didn't they hear the signal if they did from space? Why couldn't they hear it when they're close to it? But Alien Isolation gives an answer of that pretty early in the game. There is a flashback scene where
mate.
Yeah, great.
That's when I knew that game was special, man. I was like, oh my god, I'm in the film.
yeah, you get to explore the ship, and not only do you explore that derelict ship, but you also get to turn off the signal. You turn off the distress and the call, whatever. You turn it off, and that pretty much answered the question. And I consider that to be canon, full on. There are kind of hints as to why the signal isn't going in the extended version of Aliens. James Cameron does show a bit of lava next to the derelict ship in the extended cut. The lava could imply that maybe it burnt it and turned it off. I know that was his explanation. Fuck that. I prefer Isolation's answer where you turn it off. I want to see it. They need to put that in a TV show or a movie and finally officially give people the answer just to shut people up. I'd love it. I'd love that.
It's crazy how Alien Isolation is a better sort of product in between them 2 films than that Alien Earth show was for me. That video game is a better representation of the franchise and sandwiches beautifully in between them 2 films than more than a big budget TV show did. It's crazy.
There was a
second series.
Yeah, no, man.
So,
I swear to God, there was a really shit movie set between Alien and Aliens, wasn't there? That tried that. What was it called? Sorry, I didn't mean it. I can see the rage.
Alien Black Goose.
I'm seeing the hatred build up. I'm seeing the hatred. Fuck you, Romulus. I don't care what anyone says. Fuck you, Romulus. Would love it if they put a third-person mode in akin to Rec Room. I might be able to play it then. Yeah, you're not going to like that. Isolation, you know.
I think if they do that, though, they'll open themselves wide open to like criticism. That's just too similar to Requiem, isn't it?
It'd be justified hatred. It'd be justified as far as I'm concerned. It needs to be first person. Howdy, fellas. Impressed you're still going. That's right. That's how we roll, Jimmy. Andy, mate, Paul. Oh, that's sweet, man. Andy, mate, been a while. How's tricks?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. I've been keeping up to date with your stuff anyway, Jimmy. I've enjoyed all the the filmmakers and stuff that you work with, like you've proper came on, mate, as a kind of podcaster and stuff. So I watch all those ones when they pop up.
He's
on my
grinding it,
feeds.
man. He's grinding.
Yeah, I'm jealous, man, that he gets to work with, he gets to speak with them all. But it's really good. It's cool seeing
Jimmy's like StreamYard.
I know. He's like, hold my beer, man. I've just fucking open up one studio. No, but it's class, man. It's he's good at it as well, and it's good to see like a Scotsman that we've seen from his beginning of his YouTube journey, like to where he is now, where he's on the red carpets and stuff. He's kind of found his niche in that. So no, it's good.
I liked his recording of him talking to Deacon Frost from Blade. I watched that earlier. That was awesome.
I haven't seen it yet, but yeah, I'm a big fan of him.
Did you see him speaking to your hero, Badger, Scotsman? His name's escaped me now. Peter Mullen. Nah, that was class. A lot of engagement with that as well.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. Very sweet of him as well. Jimmy spoke to him for me and asked for advice because Jimmy knows I'm going to film school soon. So when he spoke to Peter Mullen, he wanted some advice. He said, "Can you give my friend some advice?" And Peter Mullen's advice was, "Yeah, keep making films and learn on set. That's the best film school ever. Just keep making stuff and you'll learn on the set." And I was like, it touched me like fuck. Like when I found out, like, one of my heroes or whatever, and he's gotten to speak to me is awesome. But with that being said, he's got a ginger beard, so fuck off, dude. Okay, let's just do it. I haven't played Isolation yet, but I have it. Also need to get the steelbook for the collection. Oh, is there a steelbook for Alien Isolation? I take it back. Your ginger beard isn't that bad anymore. Cheers, dude. I'll look into it.
I think I've got it as well because I think it was I think they gave it away as a free game at one point. Sure, they did, like on PlayStation Plus. Like, it's one of these games you claim.
Damn, I didn't know anything for that. I'll look into it then.
And I never paid for it. It's just in my collection.
But Badger loves Alien Earth. I take it back. His ginger beard is annoying. I take it back completely. Alien Isolation steelbook. Let's look into this. Give me a sec. I want to look up that real quick. Hey,
I believe they're making an Alien Earth too.
Yeah, I know. I think it's such a mess. Ooh, not bad. It could be better, but it's not a bad steelbook, I guess. Not bad. Yeah, I don't know how they're doing a second season of that crap. I don't know. I mean, look, people like it. They like it. I'll be honest. Plenty of things people hated in it. I enjoyed. I respected. Unlike Jimmy, I actually appreciated seeing an alien in daylight. I actually didn't mind it. I really thought it gave it a brand new flavor. Give us something new. Fuck giving us new stuff. Old stuff like the callbacks and references and blah blah blah. Give us something new. So it did. I respect it. Don't change the fact that it looked like ass in daylight. So I get the hatred in that regard. It did mostly look like ass, although it had some good shots. It did. I tried being kind to that show, but I can't believe I'm saying it.
At some point, I am going to have to rewatch it in like binge format to see if I do have any change of opinion on it. But I don't think I will. I really didn't like that show, and I really thought it was going to as well.
I enjoyed it week to week because I didn't really know where they were going with it. But then when we eventually got to where they went with it, it undone my appreciation of it a little bit, if that makes sense. I was just like, you've kept me going week to week and built up, and then we've ended like with a fucking like Alien A-Team kind of weird situation going on. It was just like, I don't know. I'll probably watch this second one out of kind of morbid curiosity to see like what the hell they plan to do with it.
I'll watch it.
Who knows? Maybe by the end of that one we'll be like, oh, this is amazing. But like, I doubt that
though. Yeah, I thought Rey from Star Wars was a horrible Mary Sue. Wendy almost took her for her money or whatever. I was like, wow, it's one of the craziest Mary Sues I've ever seen in any story ever. Just wow. This character had no flaws whatsoever. She had all these superpowers that she did not work for. She was just given them. And she was always there at the right place at the right time to do exactly what she needed to do. there was no nuances to it. I did not like it, man. I
It
couldn't
wasn't
believe-
remotely scary either. Remotely. Nothing in it frightened
I
me.
agree.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I think there's something in nearly every Alien film, even the less good ones, that there's some sort of, I don't know, I'm not saying that some of them are, do you know what I mean though? Like, there was nothing in this, there was no, I don't know, I just did not like that Alien Earth at all, man. I really
Yeah,
wanted
man.
to. It's disappointing.
Yeah, man. I mean, it could
That's
be
why I'm more
worse.
excited for Alien Isolation, to be fair. I was like, give me some good Alien shit back. I've had one good thing from you since
Yeah,
fucking Disney bought it.
I can't believe I actually enjoyed Alien Romulus more. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. I really can't. Jesus Christ. The Isolation steelbook sticks out like a sore thumb when placed next to every other steelbook. However, yep, I can tell. I've just looked it up. It's a bit weird. Yeah, here's what it is. My ginger beard is epic. Yeah, man, I agree. Through the eyes of Stevie Wonder, absolutely, it's epic. Looks really good, really, really good. Daylight Xeno was pants. I love triggering him. I remember he kicked off about it in the comments. I remember that. Bless his heart. All right, let's have a look. When we get into the big Avengers team up.
Season 2, episode 1.
Wendy and her pet Xeno doggy with big deck on the Android. Can't wait for that. Yeah, that's going to be a treat and a half.
Do you know I've watched Predator Badlands 4 times now?
Shit, damn, man, nice.
That film is such a easy film to watch. Like, it's just, it reminds me of like the first Predator. You just stick it in and watch it, man. It's like, it's not perfect. It's not perfect, but it's an easy film to watch, man. It's fun as fuck.
Okay, cool. Wait a minute. Real quick, fucking Xeno doggy. Rank all the alien movies. Yeah, well, I guess we need to cut the stream soon, so that might be a good thing to end on. I can't. That's too many. You dumbass. I mean, how many? He's trolling me, man.
It's
How
in
many
capital letters as well? It's quite passive aggressive. I don't know if we should honour that.
Nah, fuck that. That's taking the piss, mate. I don't know. I honestly can't pick at the moment anyway. I can't pick between the first and second films at the top. I can't pick between them. They're both like right there, so I couldn't pick after that. All I know is Alien 3 is the third one. Go on.
How many is there? 4, 5 with Romulus?
No, Prometheus.
They're
Covenant.
not fucking alien movies, mate. Get out of here.
Fucking hell.
Okay, if we're putting them in it, Covenant, Prometheus. This is worst to best. Covenant, Prometheus. Badger's gonna hate me. 3. Resurrection. Romulus. 1, 2.
All right, people. So I'm gonna get myself.
Oh, straight the airlock.
Yeah, strongly disagree with some of them at least. Yeah, I could never pick. I really don't know how to pick all of them. It's too hard. But yeah, top 3 though, I can somewhat dig. I could dig. Wait, what was the third one again?
Romulus.
Take it back. Top 2, I agree with. I could never.
I'd love to say. I think that I have actually read Alien rankings or looked online where 1 and 2 isn't in the top 2, and that fucking blows my head off. I'm like, nah, I'm not having any of that.
Okay, yeah, that's crazy. Andy, could you pick? I don't know. You're not an avid fan, so I don't know if you'd be able to. Would you?
1 and 2 would be the top, obviously. Yeah, I don't dislike Prometheus and Covenant as much. Like, I like Covenant. I don't know. I probably got it right at the end. But do you know what? I'll tell you why I like Covenant. Right, I don't get as caught up in the lore because I don't actually know the lore. So I've not deep dived at the same. I've not watched. I'm probably just as much as that's probably why I enjoy them because I'm like I don't know much about it, but I just like Covenant. It's got silly things that happen in it, but I just love Fassbender, and like Fassbender is the MVP of the Ridley Scott prequels. Like he's a brilliant actor, and I just love that. Spoiler, but I just love the ending to Covenant.
Yeah,
You
me
can
too.
kind of see it coming, like with it. You
Yeah.
know that, like, oh,
Still
they're going to end
chilling.
up switching here, but it's still chilling, and it's the way that he executes it. Like
Mhm.
that ending's great. I think that's one of the, for me personally, one of the most annoying things about the Alien franchise is that it ends on that brilliant cliffhanger, and we'll never ever find out what happened. Like because nobody likes those movies. Ridley Scott's not going to make it. Another one. Nobody wants another one. But I felt like what you're saying with the isolation cliffhanger, which I've not seen myself, but like I'd like it if there was a comic or something that just kind of
ties it up.
gave some closure to that, because I felt like it deserves some closure. So I definitely wouldn't put Covenant at the end.
The second Romulus movie, the sequel, was meant to have David in it, but Ridley Scott wouldn't let it happen. So we were going to find out what happened at the end of Covenant with the sequel to Romulus.
What's happening with the sequel to Romulus? It's happened. It's Ferry Alvarez is out, isn't he?
I don't know. I know it's on its way.
I read something that he's walked away from it. Yeah.
It's on its way. He stepped away not through any dispute. I think he just said,
all right,
he wants someone else to give it a go. He doesn't want to keep. Same way the Evil Dead. He did the Evil Dead remake, and then they passed the next one on to a different director. I think he wants them to do that with Aliens as well, where I've told my story in the Alien world I want to do. I'll give it another director to do. I think his name will still be in it. I think he'll be on as producer or something. But yeah, it's still coming. But they have been quiet about it. I thought we would have heard something yesterday about it on Alien Day. But
we'll see. Mental. Paul's ranking is the way. You've got yourself a fan. Way. And Ellis also says Covenant has way too much flute playing for me.
I forgot about the flute playing.
But it's a
I remember watching it in the cinema, and when that line was read out, my entire row of chairs started moving because people were sniggering at it. And I've never been able to forget that experience. So every time I rewatch the film and that line said, I just think back to the cinema experience of people, because it's a line that is that if you do the fingering, I'll fucking whatever he says. What does he say?
Oh,
you play the holes and I'll do the fingering or some shit like that, or you blow and I'll finger. I was like, why am I hearing that line in an Alien film?
Jesus Christ! I remember the scene.
That's got to be deliberately homoerotic. That it's got to be.
I don't dislike.
That's not just been an accident.
Prequels. I don't dislike them two prequels. I just don't think they're very good Alien prequels. I think they're visually beautiful. They're well acted. There's some tense creatures, monsters in it, and kills and stuff like that. The music's brilliant. I just don't think they're very good Aliens prequels. Mm-hmm. I just don't think they fit really in with the rest of the franchise at all.
Fair play, man. I like the start of Alien Earth, and it introduced some interesting lore and world expansion. Yeah, Mora was by far the most interesting character. The show gradually declined. Gradually? Okay. Gradually?
I kind of agree with that, though. I felt like I was amped after the first two episodes. The next one I was like, yeah, it's still quite good, and then so on. But it just like they just slowly lost me episode after episode, like. But it was gradual because I still wanted to see week to week. But by the end, I was just kind of like, oh no, I've been duped into watching this to the end, and I don't like where it's going, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. I think Prometheus is a great film, but doesn't really fit with the franchise overall. Fair play. I see what you mean. I kind of agree, but I kind of disagree because it sparked my imagination for what this world could be when I first saw it. But sadly, it's built with questions that were designed to be answered, and we never will get an answer. So retroactively, I like those films less than I used to. Hurts a lot because I fucking love Prometheus. I do. I love it, but I like it far less than I used to. Hurts. The opening of Prometheus is brilliant and a legit scientific evolutionary theory. Yeah, it's interesting.
I like the kind of back to Covenant, and nobody wants to talk about Covenant by me, but I like the like what happened to her, the kind of horror of that. Like I like stuff like that where it's like left to the imagination. Like you maybe see some images, but it's not actually painted out. You don't see what's her name again from Prometheus? Naomi Rapace's character.
Yeah.
You don't actually see what happens to her. You just slowly find out that,
Is
like,
it Shaw? Elizabeth
Shaw,
Shaw?
yeah.
that he's kind of like slowly betrayed her confidence and then started like experimenting on her and stuff like that, and then you kind of see what's left of her and how he's ended up like creating xenomorphs out of her and stuff. I just thought it's quite chilling and quite like
Sure.
quite horrible when they do that in films, when they just kind of but it's a bit like Resident Evil when you come across the files. You see the aftermath, so you come across this room and it's like banging and there's blood everywhere and all that, and it's distressed and time has passed, and then you read the file and it sits with you because you have to kind of imagine it in your
Of
own
course.
head, like
Of course.
the tragedy of it. So I like that element to Covenant. Like I like that. It's a better way than, say, for example, they deal with the fact that, in Alien 3, like that is just total whiplash going from like the second one where, like, Hicks is a total hero and that, and it's like, nah, he's fucking gone. I know we broke our necks to save Newt, but she's fucking dead as well. And it's just like there was no explanation, really, nothing, just that's it. Like it was almost like it was it kind of was a twos-up. Whereas, I mean, nobody had the same love for Shaw, for Naomi Rapace's character. So again, there wasn't as much outrage when they found out that she wasn't in it and she'd been killed. But like, I just thought the way they handled that was satisfying and better from a kind of horror perspective.
In the book, it was worse because it was implied that she was alive for months being tortured, and that's horrible. That makes it
Is
worse.
that right?
Yeah,
I feel like that is what happens, don't you see her dead on the table?
Yeah, you see her dead, but you don't know specifically what happened with her.
Yeah, how that's came about.
Yeah,
I can imagine that, though. I can imagine just having her.
Yeah, of course. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I had Naomi Rapace next to me, I'd fucking torture her for months on days. I'd have all sorts of fun, mate. I'd do whatever the fuck I want, and no one's stopping me. But that's a different subject altogether. What is it? I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that how it sounded. I'm sorry.
It sounds like you'd have a sex dungeon for her or something.
No, I don't have a sex dungeon.
Yet.
I'll do it. Yeah. Badger will do the fingering. Quoting the line.
Without being a party pooper, my phone has just told me I've got 10% battery left.
All good. Well, so we're gonna pretty much wait, just quick comments, then we'll leave. Episode 5 of Alien Earth is always a standalone film. It's great. The episode that shows what happened on the ship. Yeah, I didn't like it that much, but I get what you mean.
I liked it because it was the only thing that reminded me of Alien in the whole series.
There's a short film on the disc, probably on YouTube somewhere, that shows you what happened for sure. Yeah, kind of it does. I know what you mean.
That's interesting.
Not her death sequence exactly, just their backstory a bit. But yeah, he's right. I guess real quick.
Is it like an animated thing or something?
No, not animated. It's filmed.
The original actress.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right.
It's out there. It's out there. You're real quick. I'll give it a go. Wait. Worst to last. I'll try. I'm probably gonna fail, Scottish Geek Guy, but I'll try. I'll say Romulus at the bottom, and then what was it? Resurrection, Covenant, Prometheus. Yeah, 3, and then the top 2 I can't pick. They're interchangeable. I'm struggling. I still don't know if I did that right. That's a challenge and a half. You fucked that up, man.
A lot of people like 3. 3's got a cult following. Probably helps that it's David Fincher. Like a lot of Fincher fans that support him, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
I think with 3, for everything that's wrong with it, still feels like an Alien film.
Mm-hmm. I know what you mean.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Of course, I agree. I love it.
Here's a question for you. Here's a question for you. Where do you two put? Let's pretend that Alien Isolation's a film, and like Badger said, it's canon. Where do you put Isolation in that ranking?
3rd, easy.
4th,
easy.
4th,
yeah, 3rd.
Above Romulus and stuff.
Yeah.
Where do you put it, Badger?
4th,
behind Alien 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Alien 3 does more.
I was just curious to know what you thought to further gauge how good this game is. I feel like I need to play it now. After
I warned you. I warned you, it's scary as fuck, mate. I warned you. But go for
I've
it,
seen
go for it.
I've seen quickly one of my friends, Luke. You two, I think both of you know him. He did a ranking of all the Spider-Man movies, and he absolutely loved the Insomniac Spider-Man game that much that he put that in the ranking. It was like number 2 or 3. It's like one of the best Spider-Man stories I've ever
That's awesome.
blame him.
consumed.
Don't blame him. Do
And
not
it's sort of
blame
like that's sort of like me about Alien Isolation. Like, even though it's a game, I still consider it part of the canon of the film series. It's that
I
good.
do too. Yeah, I do too.
I think that's
I
fair,
don't
though,
blame
but I think that's fair with any of these type the big franchises that have loads of spin-offs into different mediums. Because the Spider-Man stuff, I mean, it's Brian Michael Bendis that's like behind it and stuff, and it's the story in that. Like, I know people that haven't even played. I've got a friend who hasn't even played. He's not interested in gaming anymore. He's moved on, but he looks forward to those coming out so that he can go on YouTube and just watch. Like, doesn't play the game at all, but he just watches all the cutscenes and he loves it. And then he talks to me about, what about this bit and that, and he talks about deep dives like the story. He's missed all the gameplay, all like the combat and all the challenges and all that, but he doesn't care. He rates it's testament to how good the story elements are to these games these days, though.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. I can't argue with that Spider-Man shit at all, because those games were bloody mental good with the story and all that. Don't blame them at all. I did the same thing as well with Gears of War. I can't be bothered to play those games anymore, but I always look forward to watching them on YouTube, because the story is that damn good. I love them. Fair play. Into the Spider-Verse tops my Spider-Man ranking. Even more than Spider-Man 2. Jesus Christ. Can't really. I strongly disagree. I didn't like Into the Spider-Verse myself, but I need to rewatch it. Probably was in a bad mood, maybe. But yeah. Yeah, the games are great too. My son loves them. That's because you have done a wonderful job as a father. Well done, my friend. Wonderful job.
My kids, I can't get
I
my
can't
kids to
wait.
watch.
I'm excited for it all.
I can't get my kids to get into like Marvel, and it's breaking my heart a wee bit, to be honest. I'm trying like mad, and
Mine won't have a
it's just not
choice.
sticking. Yeah, well, you'll find it's you're having a wee.
I'm going to tell them it's part of life.
It's easier if it's a boy, you have to say. It's harder sell for 2 girls, but like they love that film though. They love Into the Spider-Verse. That is a masterpiece, in my opinion. It's a brilliant film.
Yeah.
But like, I've been blackmailing my oldest into watching episodes of the 90s one. So like, she'll make me watch these absolutely dog shit episodes of like YouTube, right? But it's like I don't know if you've heard of her, but Afmau is a really famous Minecraft content creator. To the point where now she's basically almost got like a TV show that she makes out of Minecraft. Yes, it is as terrible as it sounds. But my wee girl watches it. The way you and I, Paul, would have watched Batman animated series, she watches this as if it's absolutely the best thing
religion.
ever. Like, and we buy her like, and the YouTuber's got like her own. She's massive. She's got 24 million subscribers. She's got like official graphic novels as well that she makes that are of, like, believe it or not, the content she makes in Minecraft now into like kind of graphic novel form. So we bought her that for Christmas stuff, so she's obsessed with that. So now I'm like, but she's got a kind of spooky series, which actually made me jump, man, at one point. Believe it or not, fucking Minecraft content. But it's edited into like a show. It's not like just gameplay. So she's like, she needs me to watch them because they're scary. So I watch one with her, but then I'm blackmailing her saying, right, if I watch this with you, they're about 20 minutes, then you're watching Alien Costume Part 1 Spider-Man with me. so I've been doing it that way. So I'm like, right, there's 3 parts to that one. So we just watched the second part last night because I'm like, I'm not watching another one with you until you watch part 2. So I know that she's going to ask me to watch another one of these Minecraft videos. And when I watch that, then she's going to owe me part 3. And then I just say, well, I'm not watching anymore until you watch it. But see, when she sits down and watches it,
so what Andy's basically just said is he blackmails his child into watching Spider-Man the 90s animated series.
You've got to do what you can, mate.
Listen to that guitar riff in the intro. Listen.
I know.
You hear the hobgoblin?
Even they get
That's
mate,
Mark
there's not. There's. You might. I hope you don't have to experience this. But see, when you get to the end of showing your kid like something that you absolutely love, and you can just tell that they're not interested, and they just go, "Is that it? Like, can I get Minecraft back on?" It's like a fucking dagger to the heart, mate. It's difficult to recover from it. It is.
Right, son, this is the greatest film ever created. It is called Star Wars: A New Hope. If you do not like this film, you are going back to the hospital.
I'm dreading that. Like, there's some
It's
things
like,
I've deliberately put
what the
off showing because
fuck is this fucking gold robot fucking bouncing around?
Like your
See, when you
mother's not
think
gonna
about
be
it, like
happy.
Star Wars
Your
was
mother's-
old even for us. Obviously, it's massive,
yeah.
but it was old. Like,
Yeah.
it was like, I mean, I came on. Like, we started watching Star Wars like the early '90s. At which
Mhm.
point, you know, A New Hope was already 15 odd years old, and now it's what?
Crazy when you crazy that.
Was this the 50th anniversary? Yeah, it's 50 years old now, right? So it's a big ask in the world of like
50 years next year.
it's in the world of like social media, YouTube, like Minecraft and all
That-
that. And you're gonna
that's
sit
like-
like a 7-year-old girl down and go, get this into your eyeballs, like fucking like Alec Guinness and that, like giving it a fucking roll it. Or that, like she's just gonna be like, get this the fuck. Well, she might not say that, she's 7, but she'll think that. Do you know what I mean? No, like,
Yeah, because when I was a kid, my mum used to put old shit on it, like, fucking this old shit, man, turn it off, black and white nonsense.
yeah, you wouldn't entertain it at all. So that's what I'm worried about.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like,
Yeah.
I'm worried that they're just going to be like, what is this nonsense? Like, aye. So
Are you ready to have your
I'm
mind
saving it in the hope
blown?
that they will. I think they'll be cultured enough to enjoy it as long as they're a bit older. So I'm saving some of the big core stuff till they're a better age.
Yep. Jimmy said, true, it's heartbreaking when the kids don't love the films you love, but sometimes you get them. Like when I showed them The Dark Knight or The Thing or Back to the Future, and they loved all three. Fair play, man. I mean, yeah, if my child
my
ever
hope,
said
yeah,
to
mate.
me like The Thing, they're in trouble. It's not my game. Like your mother's gonna be so pissed off because you're going back up her until you come out right. Like, it's that simple, man. You need a little bit more time. You need a little more time in the womb.
My oldest has got into like horror, like, which I just don't understand. Like, so she's not watching horror, but she's like, oh, I was mortified the other day. So I went into a month or so ago. I went to her parents' night, and she's playing about in the background, like whilst me and Sam are sitting speaking to the teacher. And then she's been telling me about this book. She's got this like sketchbook she's got that stays at school, and she's desperate to show me these drawings. And she mentioned one about. She asked me one night. She's like, "Dad, do you know about Chucky?" And I'm like, "Chucky?" I'm thinking she's talking about like Chuck E. Cheese or something, like something kiddie thing.
From the Rugrats.
And I'm like, Chucky. She's like, no, Chucky. She's like, no, it's actually like Bride of Chucky. And I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like, how do you know about Bride of Chucky? And she's like, oh, she's cagey about it. Oh, I seen it on YouTube. And I'm like, you couldn't have though, because you're on a kid's profile. So I don't understand where she got it from. But she's talking about, she's describing her with the stitches and all that. And I'm like, that's not for you. That's scary. Like, Dad doesn't even watch that. How have you seen that? Blah, blah, blah. Right, so I think nothing else. She goes, oh, I'm drawing at school and all this. And I'm like, she's got an active imagination, I think. She's probably not. So anyway, fast forward to the parents' night. And I'm sitting talking about her studies and that. And the next thing, she appears next to me and she whips open this sketchbook and she's writing off. She's got a big drawing of Chucky, like female Chucky, holding a decapitated head with blood pouring out it and like shit in the background. And I'm like, I'm looking at it and I'm looking at the teacher and she's just talking about like whatever to Sam, and Sam's like nodding. And I'm like trying to fucking hide this like drawing, this book away, like going, fucking hell, they're gonna think she's a like psychopath. And she's showing me at Proud as Punch, going, look, that's my Chucky drawing. And I'm like, what the fuck? But I'm also thinking, how is she drawing that at school? And nobody's like, why has nobody told me she's drawing this? And like, I've not seen it.
Exactly.
Is it a good drawing?
So, I think a 7-year-old drawing a Chucky, but it's good in that it's like, I knew right away when it opened, I was like, that's fucking Chucky. That's
I'm quite impressed.
You know what I mean?
What did she get in art?
All of the things, out
Like-
of all of the questions you can have, it's that. That's what you want to know.
That's what I'd be like, though. I'd be like, That's quite a good picture. That, the kid's got some talent here.
But it worries me that she keeps asking about all these. Like, she seems to have it. She does have an. She keeps saying, "I like scary things, Dad," and I like this, and what about scary things? And she'll pick out films out of my collection that have maybe got scary, like Alien, in it, and go, "What's this about?" and all that. Which I suppose is good for future, but because I'm so scared of stuff like that, I'm like, "Where's this came from? Like, why are you into this? Like, why are you knocking back?" The amount of times I've asked her, "Do you want to watch like Spider-Man, like the first Spider-Man?" Like thinking, "Oh, she'll like that. It's a wee bit edgy. There's some jump scares," and she's like, "Nah, I'm not interested. I don't care about Spider-Man." Yeah, she's picking it. She's talking about like Chucky and all this. And it's like, so I don't know. I don't know what to
Do
do.
you not know where she found out about Chucky? Do you not know how she heard about all of this?
I still don't know. All I can think, she's a bit clever now with the iPad and that, so I don't know if she's went into like adult YouTube and she's just not telling me and she's found it that way or something. If she's maybe mistakenly went into adult YouTube, then started watching her stuff, and if she's maybe watching, horror themed kiddie stuff, but then she's on an adult profile, it's maybe flung up an advert for Chucky or something like in between, or she's accidentally went onto it. Because the best I could get out of her was just like, "Oh, I seen it on YouTube, but I found it quite scary, so I quickly turned it off." But I'm like, you wouldn't have got that though on kids' YouTube. So maybe she's seen like
me as a kid, Chucky.
maybe she's seen like a Minecraft version of it or something like that.
Maybe.
That's creeped her out a wee bit. I don't think she couldn't have seen the real thing. Just don't see how she would have managed that. But done a pretty accurate drawing. I mean, the whole decapitated head thing was a bit creepy, man. But she loved it. Like, she was getting a kick out because I was getting all flustered about it, and she was loving that. So, honestly, kids.
She's
Kids, man.
already a Scottish hard nut. I love it. She's already a tough girl.
See, my mate Chris, who's into like the sniper and that, his daughter's 9. I think she's 9. She's 9 or she's 10, and she loves it. And they're watching all the. They're like, he's taking her to see. He's going to take her to see Doomsday, so they're watching it all. They're watching them all. They're watching them in 3D. He's going to take her and see Endgame when it comes out. I'm quite jealous because I'm like, I'm trying to sell this to like my oldest, and she's just like, "Nah, don't care, not interested." It's
God
quite
damn.
heartbreaking.
Fucking hell, crazy. This is another reason why I'm glad I'm not having children. Anyway, right. We've been going off long enough. We're going on long enough. Sorry. How long has that been now? Bloody hell, 3. See, doesn't time fly by when you're having fun, lads? Right.
That's it, mate.
Yeah, that was mad fun. Shame Alice could have joined us because it's been like years since we last jammed properly like that at the old days, but all jiggy. I think I'll be hosting like another Nerd Natter in like a week or whatever. If you boys want to join with that, that'll be absolutely wonderful, right? But yeah, I'll message you guys and let you guys know. But yeah, I was going to say anything we want to plug, but no, you guys aren't doing that anymore.
See you next time.
Nothing for me.
Wicked, man. Right.
Still in the wilderness. Thanks for having me.
soon,
Anyway, enjoyed it.
All good, man. Yeah, wicked. Right. Until next time. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, man. Bye.
Fucking